Oh, sorry, I'm here. This is all on you now, Alan. Ooh.
Hello, that's me.
Howdy.
Hello there.
Yes. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, that's me.
We are.
Oh yeah, no, he super was talking, and I unmuted for Discord, but did not unmute for the stream itself. So
Oh.
you're fucking welcome. Man, I had one job, and I'm not even doing
Thank
that.
God.
Great.
Good. Cool.
Professional streamers.
That lovely intro is just now gone.
Yeah, that's
Great.
gone.
Great.
I'm glad I got to hear the one side of it, and none of our viewers got to hear it.
All right.
Once more with feeling, I guess.
These are our players.
They
Yo.
play.
No. We have Chef Tobias,
Wait.
played by Kai.
If I'm like real good, I can put their art on screen.
Okay. Gonna-
I'm not that good though.
She's not gonna do it though.
I can no. I'm going to do it. It's just gonna.
Thanks for the pointless teaser.
That was
It's just gonna take. It's gonna be in the order
Well,
that I have
let's
them
see,
saved in.
so-
So.
okay. All right. So you show the character, then I will introduce the player.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't get to eat today, so.
Feel free to just stuff your face.
I'm
as we
trying.
stream.
It's just all we have are carrots, so it's like as loud as physically possible. I'm so sorry.
This is right here.
The
This
problem
is
with
Joaquin.
being- Both the artist and the like. Why are you like this?
Why did you take it away?
I'm not. I'm trying to fix it.
Too many buttons. You can't
It's
think.
too many things. It's too many things. I'm working on it. Just give me 2 seconds.
On Mississippi.
I like carrots. Fuck
Mississippi.
you.
Listen, first
Sorry,
session's
Mrs.
gotta
Krieg.
get all the kinks out.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's
Yeah.
gonna have a lot of
Mississippi.
kinks. I
You've
spent
got up to 5.
I spent all of my time drawing the stuff, and none of the time setting up for the streaming of the stuff. Basically, is what I'm getting at. So,
Professional streamer.
yep. All right, there we go. I did it.
All right. So this is the communications officer, Joaquin. They are a magician, and they are played by Ez.
You wanna say
Hello,
hi?
that's me.
That's Ez. Do you have another one?
Let's find out. I do.
Excellent. This here is Chef Tobias. They are a demolitions expert on the ship. Ish. Also the ship's cook. They are played by Kai.
I don't know if I'd say expert, but I'll make it work.
You were hired as an
To be an
expert.
expert, so you will be an expert.
Saltberry.
He's an expert, sure.
That's how it is.
Excellent. We got another one.
Yeah.
This is Royce, dwarf and engineering officer, and also the
Yeah.
person who invented the engine that allows the ship to go. And they
Yeah.
are played by Kole, who keeps saying yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm excited, okay?
Excellent. Fantastic mustache.
Yeah.
A plus.
This is Krieg. Krieg is also generally followed by their jellyfish friend Squishy. They are both played by Toast.
Hello.
Squishy's like further down because this is alphabetical, so
Eventually you'll see Squishy,
eventually.
and it'll be a surprise. This is
That
Sauma
was her
Stein.
favorite character to draw, by the way. She loves
I-
drawing lizards.
I love how it came out, but fuck them legs. Can we just like look at these little fucking legs? Fuck them. Fuck them legs.
It looks so good though.
Yeah, it came
Right?
out, but fuck them.
Oh, it looks
Amazing.
great. This is Sauma Stein, Krieg is the accountant of the ship.
My bad.
And this is Sauma Stein, the head doctor officer of the ship.
Chief medical officer. I
Chief
think,
medical officer,
If we were being professional.
if we were being professional. They are played by Lurid.
Hello.
And then
Also, unofficially doubles as the what do you call it? Chaplain.
Chaplain.
Oh.
It's got a belt buckle.
Oh, hey,
It's
Squishy.
fantastic. That's Squishy. Nobody plays Squishy except for Toast.
Hello again.
This is Toast's,
Amazing.
like pet companion.
Also, we have to
Pet.
take 4 AP away from you for this game, Toast, because you
I
summoned
am.
them.
100% okay with that.
Okay.
Did Squishy steal my glasses?
Yes.
No.
Oh no.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And this is
Corzipa.
Corzipa. This is played by Talon. They are the head officer of security and them guns. Look at them guns.
Yeah,
Guns.
the guns. That's what
Let
we're
me get
looking at.
some
Thank
sexy
you,
snakes
Warlord.
in the chat.
Sexy snakes in chat.
Oh yeah, we got some. You guys want to like throw out some fucking emotes and match this shit? Come on. All these assets we made. I want to see them.
Did we just run down everybody?
I believe so.
This game has something for everyone to simp. So, just sit tight.
Then we
So-
do have an officer that's not here right now. This is a name that nobody has ever gotten right.
But her name is June.
Her name is
I think.
June.
Their name, sorry.
And
Their
then
name
there's
Their name.
is
their,
June.
My mistake. I'm very sorry. Their name is June, and they have a last name that nobody can pronounce. We've all tried. We've all failed. It was great.
It's not unpronounceable. Just everybody. It's like, is it
Which is
mint glow,
gone.
glow mint?
I said
June
Moonglow.
bug, Moon glow. Yeah, no, we can't agree on it.
Minty glow.
The answer is it's all of the above.
Is it Basil Light? Anyway,
Basil Lightfoot. No, sorry, Basil. Basil Lightfoot. That's her
Basil.
name now.
There it is.
Basil Light.
Make no
Sorry.
shine.
Anyway, this is our map.
Yay.
We will be starting here at the Lockstitch Academy, where we are setting sail after a night of hard drinking from everybody in the crew. And everybody that's in the
Well.
chat, you are in the crew. You are on board, hopefully.
Hi,
Nobody drew
hopefully.
the card that somebody got too drunk, so we don't have to worry about that.
Perfect. So Twy linked in the chat the like officer roster. You are, Otter Time, you are.
It's quite excellent. But anyway, so all starting off on the Great Reef, and the mission everyone was given last night was we have to go make cordial visit with the neighboring kingdom of Pastura. In the kingdom of Pastura, they have a king named King Reedi, and while it is perfectly fine for the sub to travel wherever in the world, when you're in somebody's kingdom, you don't want to get kicked out. And King Reedi is a stickler for these kind of rules. Chef,
Was that a pun?
probably. Now, our chef is actually from Pastura City, like the main capital of this place. So when we get there, we can
It's
have
all
some
on
fun.
you, my friend.
It's all on you.
Oh boy.
You are responsible for our lives. No pressure.
I am choking on a tomato skin. I didn't know you could do that.
The chef has
Chris
killed
Knuckle,
him.
The
thank
chef
you so
has
much
done
for
it.
Following. Or again, thank you for coming back.
Anyway, so here we go. Alright. So everybody, we're not gonna do any like boring, nothing terrible is gonna happen from here to there. You're taking your standard pace, everybody's on their positions, like doing the standard work, following the map, everything's great. We arrive at Pastura City.
Oh.
These are all you guys down here. You can see your little like tokens. You had to go down the river in a sub. It's a giant river. But
That should be
here
fine.
we are. And everybody on the ship, feel free to get out of the ship and look around the town. The captain has a meeting with King Reedi, and all of their officers are going with them. Which includes a giant jellyfish. Turns out.
it is.
Yes.
Jellyfish bigger than the summoner.
The
Yes.
jellyfish is in fact bigger than the lizard, yes.
Krieg is 3 feet tall, whereas Squishy is 8 feet tall. Hence the reason
that is-
I am riding
You
said
are
Squishy.
Squishy's 8 feet tall. I did not read that
thinking like a
correctly.
4
Give me,
Wow.
Yeah.
give me a
Krieg
second.
is as small as you can get, whereas Squishy is as big as you can get.
I am sorry. Let me just fix this a little bit.
We are stretching the system to its max.
Yeah, it was
Hashtag
just like-
Quest Adventure game.
Hashtag Quest Adventure Game. Let them know
I
we're
was
playing.
told to do what I want, and so I did.
And I appreciate it. So here is Pastura City. Now, little background on Pastura. There are no trees on this entire continent. They just don't grow. No matter what you do, you'll never get a tree to grow. Like, even if you have a magic spell that says a tree will grow, it doesn't work. Something else will grow, but it won't be a tree. Now, Kai's character would know this. This town is, and has a lot to do with the background, is known for their bread. Immediately upon getting out of the sub, all you can smell is delicious baking bread. And it's just like, up and down the river, it's just the amazing smell of bread.
Let's get this bread.
What else is on the river?
The river is full of little otter people and very large frog people, like pulling mud and clay out of the river using their like back feet to kick it up and just collecting giant globs of clay, and there's like, going inside, and you can see the walls around the city here. It's all clay, and there is not a single building in the city that is over to 2 stories tall, because the wind, as you can imagine, without any trees, is oppressive.
Ah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Are there any other ships or boats?
There are some river vessels, but not as many as you would have expected. Not as many as have been in the past. Many ships have gone missing. Like,
Just.
due to the rays of, like, the rifts in all of the waters. Just, ships are just going missing, so people just aren't sailing. That's why when you arrive, it's kind of a big deal. There's a crowd of people waiting for you and cheering the ship. When the ship, like, emerges, everybody's just, like, losing their minds. Somebody from another continent has made it. This is fantastic. People haven't made it. We haven't traded with other people. This is a self-sufficient city, but still, we like other goods. Like, they were part of the trinity of trade towns. I will go back to the map page so we can take a look at that real quick. The trinity is Salt and Sand, Port Barter, and then Pastura. These 3 have been trading with each other since anyone can ever remember. And, like, Port Barter makes a lot of, like, trinkets and, like, wonderful little baubles that people love to have. And Salt and Sand are known for all their glassware and just amazing tasting salt.
Bath salt?
But salt, all salt. And they're known for, like, beautiful salt plains. We'll get there eventually, I'm sure. But, like...
So you said the
Go ahead.
So you said the walls of the city are made from clay, right? So are they sturdy?
They are.
Of course, you can tell if they're sturdy or not.
Oh yeah, Corzipa would tell that, like, this clay looks like it weighs as much as steel. Like, the density, like, if you put your hand on it, if you didn't know that it was clay, you wouldn't know it was clay.
So, like, just, like, completely non-porous.
Non-porous, it's so just smooth to the touch.
Packed in, okay.
There are people that
Can't break through this.
There are people that can polish it to a mirror's shine. There are specialists in the clay boroughs that can do that. And, like, the potter's place makes all the you'll see people walking up and down the street with giant pots strapped to their backs like backpacks, and they can drop them and nothing happened. Like, they just go, oops, and then they pick it back up. Like, the guards around town, which are varied. Like, let me tell you about the people that are walking up and down these streets.
Please do.
You see centaurs as much as you see just little animals walking down the street with clothes on. Like, think Wishbone. Not like an anthropomorphized thing, just a normal dog, but it's wearing clothes.
Actual Wishbone.
Like, just, yeah, Wishbone is here.
Hello.
We might be dating ourselves and our audience by making that reference. I just want to.
I guarantee I am, but I'm okay with that. Everybody loves Wishbone.
So?
He's a great dog.
It's a great dog. Rest in peace, Wishbone. Big ups to Wishbone.
I ask him, what's the story?
Can we get an F in the chat for Wishbone?
What's the story of...
Well, we only have these now, so...
Like, as we're walking by him, I ask him, what's the story?
It just stops and just like... Well, today... Let me tell you. Today's been an adventure. There was this giant catfish in the river. Huge. Absolutely ginormous. Could not believe the size of this catfish. And then, it went away. That's been my whole day. Can you believe it? And this dog just walks away shaking its head like it's just saw the most profound shit in its life.
That is pretty weird.
It's pretty weird. And as you guys, like, I assume that everybody's following in a procession of the captain.
Of course.
So we've entered on the river from the west or the east side here.
You have entered, like, let me go back to the other map so I can show you where it...
Because if we've got catfish disappearing, I'm trying to think here.
Yeah, you
Why
entered...
is nothing getting out?
You entered from the west. You entered from over here. I know, sorry, east. God damn it. I'll get that right
You
one
can
day.
do it.
East, I thought you said west.
West! You entered from the west! But, yeah, you entered from over there, and as far as your readouts go, you didn't, like, because you guys have dials and whatnot, and detectors on the ship, you didn't hit any rifts coming down the river.
Except for wherever that catfish went.
Yeah, I didn't say the catfish disappeared
Said
in
it
a
went
rift.
away.
I said it went
It
away.
just left.
It's hearsay from a commoner. We can't necessarily trust it as evidence.
Oh.
The commoners know more about the river than any one of us.
This is probably true. Well, no, probably.
I don't know if I should feel
I mean, they
offended by
live
the word
here.
commoner about these people or not.
Are you a commoner yourself, or are you one of those high and mighty people, Mr. Tobias?
Yeah, Tobias, where in the city would you say that you lived?
Baker's Row.
I was assuming it was going to be Baker's Row.
I should have assumed, yes.
The chef is from Baker's Row. Who would have?
I'm feeling like Joaquin is now reading the room and suddenly feeling very sheepish about the inadvertent slip of tongue.
Tobias, do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man does.
My
in
father
fact.
is the
What
Muffin Man.
would you what street or avenue would that person live on?
Where would the Muffin Man live?
Yeah, exactly.
Frank Street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good.
Across from the Baker's Row, you'll notice there is. Once you guys get through, once everybody gets through the wall, and it's just like people are staring, like commenting, and just like some people are like wishing you good luck. Some people know what your mission is. Well, not exactly. Some people know that you are here to help.
Just gonna casually wave back.
And like you guys, you all are kind of celebrities right now. Like you're wearing very specific uniforms. The way that they dress here is directly before like the flapper era. Like they're starting to wear suits, like we would consider suits in 1920s America. But they're just getting out of like, I don't know, like just getting out of like early Victorian clothing.
Late Victorian.
They still have
Late
tail
Victorian.
coats.
They do have town coats. It's fantastic. But you can tell some of them just really aren't embracing the styles. And also, this is a hard life that they live here. They covered in clay nonstop. But some of them are just wearing like super fancy clothes, but very much still completely covered head to toe in clay. Or flour. Or clay and flour.
I admire the commitment.
What's the
Okay.
morale like around here? How are
Um,
people looking?
it has been much better. Like it's like almost a festival every day here. The Caravans Alley is generally completely full of just people like selling their wares that they found throughout the like all over the land. Like flower salesmen, like legitimate flour and flour.
Mhm.
But like now it's just nobody's traveling because everybody's scared. So there is like a bit of a gloom cast over the whole city. And it's just like as you're being led to like the palace, which is right here on the map. That is where we're going. You gotta go in through this. You go in through the door and then just go around and back in. And the this right here. I clicked a little bit north. Once you get in there, you'll notice the castle is only 2 stories high as well. Like nothing is high. Like you're just keeping it low.
I appreciate this.
It's for safety.
More defenses.
And then, so as you arrive to the castle, you are greeted by a centaur on your left side. He is currently smoking a cigar, chomping right down on it. And then on the right side, you are met with a very large Cyclopean woman. She is definitely Cyclops adjacent. She has one eye and she's almost a giant. Like, she looks very like, she looks over all of you and she's like, here to see the king?
I'm gonna look at the captain because she's in charge.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I'm not here.
captain's not here. In which case,
Okay.
our
I would say
communications and diplomatic officer will step forward,
good call.
and with the ceremonious bow, indeed we were summoned. to have audience with your king.
The illustrious frog king Reedi Ulysses. I see.
Yes.
Yes, the illustrious Frog King has requested humbly our presence. Our humble presence, excuse me.
She nods, and she's... Many visitors today. And she just takes one hand and presses it up against this giant clay door. The door is 2 stories high as well. And just pushes with all of her weight and gets one door open. And then just motions for you to go in. And then she looks directly at Corzipa and just flexes.
I counterflex.
How do you counterflex?
Big arms go both up, and I flex as big as I can. Puff my chest up.
She motions to the other door that she didn't open. And then motions to you.
Do it.
I'm gonna
What's really
slither up
happening right now?
and begin to push against the door. I assume you want me to roll.
Oh, you can make a roll, or you would use an ability. Like if you have an ability that would grant you great strength, or you can just make a roll and we can figure it out.
First roll of the session.
This is momentous. This is the first roll of the campaign.
Here we go.
No pressure.
No pressure.
And Snake Lady's flexing on Cyclops Lady.
This is setting the tone for the entire campaign. Don't fuck this up.
This
A
is
9.
the door boss.
Fuck did I put that? Ah. Okay, so in Quest, there's not so much a pass-fail, as I'm sure all of you are familiar with from looking at the book.
I've heard about it.
Tell us more, though.
So, on a 20, it would have been a perfect success. Exactly what she would have been going for would have happened. 11 to 19 would have been a success. But, like, not as flashy. 6 to 10, you get a tough choice. But 2 to 5 is a failure. We landed on 6 to 10. So you have a tough choice, and I'll give you a choice between 2 setbacks. One, the first choice is you stumble and you look weak in front of this person. Like,
Oh no.
you look weak. It's a little bit of a problem. The second choice.
It's very important for diplomacy that you do not look weak in front of them. Just point that out.
The second choice is you look incredibly strong. Like you just push this door wide open. You get it, but you're gonna pull a muscle. And for the rest of until somebody like takes care of it, every time you make a roll, it's gonna be the next one down.
She's only made of one muscle.
Yeah, that's why all of the rolls. So like if you roll a 20 on your next roll, it'll only count as a success, not a triumph. But it'll make a tough choice.
Old muscle.
Pulled muscle, okay. So, how does it look? Like, you look badass. Nobody knows that you pulled a muscle. You
I
look
just walk up,
fantastic.
Barely touch and it just swings open. Easy as can be. Perfect.
It's like,
But there is a subtle pop.
the centaur who's standing right behind you pulls a cigar out of his mouth and looks at the Cyclops and just like shrugs and just starts like lightly golf clapping, just like, she's got you.
I'm also gonna have Squishy clapped.
What does Squishy sound like when they're clapping?
Very wet.
Hey.
We're very wet and
It's like
disgusting.
two
We
bags
don't want
of
to talk
spaghetti
about
Just one of these,
against each other.
Buddhist paradox.
Squelch, squelch,
That sounds like a
squelch.
Buddhist paradox where you're not supposed to actually answer it. It's
Right.
supposed to like bring you to
That
enlightenment.
is the nastiest sound I've ever heard.
Is it that one mushroom? It's the sound of that one
Oh,
mushroom.
it's the mushrooms flapping.
yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
mushroom.
Ugh.
God.
That's terrible. We didn't need to
Make
bring
it
that up.
stop. Make it stop.
Is there anything
I know I
can
didn't
notice
need
about
to, but I did.
Corzipa?
So
I mean, it can sound like whatever you want.
Sana and Suma, you're asking if there's anything you can notice, is that correct?
Yeah, after she's done opening the door.
You can make a roll and try to figure out. There will not be any. No, you know what? You're a doctor. You're the ship's doctor. You would know Corzipa. Yes, you know that she has pulled a muscle. Like, you are aware.
I try and lock eyes with her to indicate that I know. But
Corzipa fully ignores him.
Corzipa ignores, just flexing on it. Right? So you are led into the castle, and the castle is full of a very strange collection of goods. Like, things that you would consider garbage are set on, like, mantle places. It's like, it has an amazing, beautiful rug as soon as you enter. It's just gorgeous. It has, like, an ancient battle scene on it. There's, like, a tribe of beetle warriors fighting off a tribe of ghosts. It's really gorgeous. And it just says, wipe your feet next to it. And the Cyclops and Centaur just step on it and just wipe off all the clay that they might have be dragging in. Like, this would be art anywhere else. Like, it would hang on the walls.
Well, I don't want to be rude, so has Squishy wiped his tentacles.
Corzipa essentially polishes her tail scales on the rug.
Royce doesn't care for fine art, so he just stamps right on top of it.
Excellent. But then,
I
like,
will walk around the central design.
I will follow suit with that. I'll admire it as I avoid stepping on the fine art.
Really work it into the fibers, you know.
Rupert,
Pull the
yeah.
dirt off.
Tobias wipes
I'm
his
getting-
feet. Don't want to offend the king.
You are led into a waiting room, and the Cyclops woman just points. Oh, she has a name. I should tell you her name.
I mean, we didn't ask for it, so there's no reason.
If you need anything, please please ask for Brecca. And the Cyclops motions her hand to the Centaur, who is also standing next to you. Ugh. And his name is Marlowe. Marlowe is a large armored centaur with a glaive. He smokes cigars, and he loves candy. I need everybody to know that he loves candy. It's like,
Good to know.
she's like, Peanut will be right out. And then she walks away without giving any explanation as to who Peanut is.
Peanut. What?
I felt like I was about to ask, like I was like about to open my mouth, and I was like, okay, never mind.
I'm just gonna wait to find out.
Sitting in the room is a slender man, not Slenderman.
Oh my god.
Not TM Slenderman, but another man reading a book, and he looks up, and you see, I will token layer.
Oh. Hello.
The non-elusive man.
It's like we happy few.
And he's just
The
like,
man with no face.
the mask is all mirrors. Like, every single one of the like little things is a different mirror pointing in a different direction. And oddly kind of reflecting a different thing. Like, even when you happen to look at him and line two things up, it doesn't look, you don't see yourself the right way both times. And then he just raises his hand. He's like, "Oh, hi, I'm Timothy."
Hello, Timothy. We were waiting for Peanut.
Ah, so am I. Love that man.
Where are you from, Timothy?
He's just like, he stands up and brushes like himself off. I am from the illustrious city of Salt and Sand.
Ooh.
He looks over your uniform and says, "You're from the place that's studying the rifts, am I correct?"
Indeed, we are, Timothy. You must be exhausted after your long journey.
Oh, I've been here for quite a while. I haven't been able to make it home.
I had been meaning to ask, how did you make it over?
Oh, there are some ships that still sail these treacherous waters, but we've only managed to map out so few of these rifts. And he pulls out a map that does show that he has mapped out some of the same rifts that you at the school have also mapped out, but haven't yet been able to close. He's like, I've been studying them on my own time. Well, me and my family. You know, family. They're great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hi.
Simply delightful.
In a sense of speaking.
Nothing more important than family.
He's like, nothing more important than family. Excellent, perfect. And he like reaches into his coat and pulls out like this long scroll, but each one of them is just like pictures, and you just see like a Minotaur man standing next to like a young girl, and then just like a Minotaur man pushing a young girl on a swing, and then a Minotaur man like and Timothy wearing different clothes than he is now, like hanging out at a beach and like walking down salt plains. Just like family's so important. And he just like looks up so happy. Like you can't see his mouth, but the mask actually turns into a like smile.
Nice family.
Thank you.
As he's looking at his pictures, I want to try and go up to Corzipa and give her a heal.
Yeah.
A mend. Using an ability.
Sure. Does that require them being willing, or?
Don't think so. I just have
Nope,
to gently touch
Oh.
them.
Consent's important, folks. Let's.
Consent
hold on.
is important. But would they? Consent's important.
Can I mask it as like a pat on the back and say, "Good job with that door"?
There we go.
Okay. Like yeah. So you no longer have a pulled muscle. But
Hooray.
you are down 1 AP.
Gasp.
And Timothy's just going on about his like family and how much he loves them, and then it's like he's talking about like as he's talking about them, he's also discussing the dangers of the rifts lately to anybody who's willing to listen.
That's me. I'm enraptured by his speaking.
And Joaquin is politely engaged, but slowly and surely getting tediously bored with it.
Royce is wandering the room, just looking at the walls.
It's like, have you heard about like the new inventions in Parliament City? They're amazing. Who knows where they're getting that kind of technology? Sometimes it's even more impressive than yours. I saw your sub outside, like watching, and he pulls out like a telescope. But it's a really weird looking, like it looks like a spyglass, but the end of it's not glass, and you can't see through it. But he puts it to his eye like he's seeing things. He's like, fascinating ship.
Yes, it is.
It is a beauty.
So are the rifts what bring you here?
The rifts are definitely what brings me here. I'm hoping that the illustrious King Reedi will grant me funding and support so that I may do my own studies on the rifts. Like, I understand you are all doing wonderful work. It seems amazing, and like, the idea of sealing them does sound great. But sometimes you gotta wonder, if we don't see, like what if something good is coming through? What if it's beneficial? Like, to have some of these open. Some of them dangerous, absolutely, but if we map them, then they're no more dangerous than a whirlpool.
Aye, but they're not native.
Oh, but like, see, that's a fascinating thing. And as he's about to say that, a small cat wearing an outfit and wearing a vest and kerchief walks into the room.
Oh.
And he's like,
Ugh.
And you must be Peanut.
he goes to open his mouth to say something, and you just hear, "Let him in!" And then Peanut sighs and just turns around and motions for you to follow them through the door. He goes through a little cat door at the bottom of the door, and then the door opens from the other side.
Peanut
Is he walking
looked
on 2 legs or
absolutely
4?
tired.
He's walking on 4 legs. I know the picture.
Okay, so apparently you created Elliot's cat. I just want to...
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Is Elliot's cat named Peanut? Because that would fucking make me lose my mind.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
an orange cat named
absolutely,
Peanut.
yeah. No, you made the cat a character.
I'm so happy that happened.
I can't believe you gave the cat PTSD.
Oh, it's about to get so much worse with Peanut.
He's long suffering.
The key word in PTSD is post. I feel like this trauma is
Yeah.
continual.
This is CST current.
Thank you for correcting me.
So, Timothy waves and he's just like, "We'll talk again. We'll talk in the future. I have so
Yeah.
much I want to share." And
Of course.
Hey, good luck with your research, Timothy.
he sits back down and opens his book. And then
Mhm.
he's back on the chair. know. Now get ready.
As we
Okay.
go into the room, Tobias just looks around. Now remember, be polite to the king.
I won't talk.
I will also not be communicating. I have a tendency to be a little bit raffly.
You just hear squishy gurgle, and it's like, okay, I understand, but we gotta be nice. Just gurgles again. It's like, it's fine. We'll do that later.
Sitting on the floor is a 6 foot tall. Not 6 foot tall if his legs were stretched out. Then it'd be an incalculable amount of height. He's a tall motherfucker. 6-eyed King Reedi.
Hey, a man.
King Reedi looks at you and then looks at Peanut. Is this them? Peanut begins to open his mouth. Of course it's them! Why wouldn't you let them in faster? Peanut, you're so slow. And Peanut just nods. It might have sounded like he was about to mumble, and as Peanut was about to mumble, King Reedi just Good help is so hard to find. Not Peanut though. Peanut's easy to find. I keep a bell on him. You do not see a bell on Peanut.
I was going to say, is there in fact a bell on him?
Is it beneath the ascot?
You see all 6 eyes shift to the ascot, and Peanut shrugs and then pulls the ascot to the side, and there is in fact a bell there, and he tings it twice
I guessed it.
But Peanut looks so put upon. But King Reedi's just like, come forth, welcome to my kingdom. You know my kingdom. He looks over, he sees Kai. I know you. You bake bread. Oh, they gave you a job as a baker.
Well, bread and other things now, Your Majesty.
Excellent. I love to see my subjects off, having adventures, cooking. Then he just longingly looks off into space for an uncomfortable amount of time.
I will clear my throat to kind of divert his attention back to us and the matter at hand.
As you start to make the gesture that you might, Peanut's eyes just lock on yours and just slowly shakes his head no.
I'll just rub my fist against my lips and not make the clearing throat noise.
Peanut, who has just little kitten paws, not actual hands, kind of gives you a thumbs up the best he can. King Reedi's like, of course. I imagined you are looking for permission to travel my great lands.
Joaquin's going to speak up. Yes, King Reedi, it is our distinct pleasure to be. It's an unparalleled honor to be in your audience today, and it is the HTML Wanderpus's hope that we may be granted your royal permission to run expeditions in your noble waters to investigate the rifts.
Yes. My waters are in fact noble. The greatest of clay comes from these waters, you know. Pastura, home to the greatest of clay, the finest of bread, and the finest of women. And he looks longingly just into the space again. Then his eyes just fall upon Corzipa. God damn it!
We're not playing League.
Sorry. Corzipa. His eyes land on Corzipa and it's just I heard tale that you have a strong woman among you. I like large, strong women.
You can just see Krieg trying to hold back his laughter.
Royce cringes.
Joaquin has a look of he's got a smile on his face, but his eyes are going oh god no, abject horror. What is going on?
The noble has taken the fancy to the young maiden.
You know Peanut's face? That's the face Royce is making.
Tobias, on the other hand, while not jealous, is thinking of how many ladies in Pastura would be extremely jealous of Corzipa right now.
Sauma is
have the king
kind of
eye.
going towards what would a amphibious reptile hybrid be like? What traits would it get from both parents?
I have no idea, and I'm terrified to guess. King Reedi looks at you and she's like, "That's for another time, though." And then it's just wink, 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 as 3 of the eyes wink. And then a second later, wink. But you're not sure if that was a wink or just a blink. You're not 100% sure that third one or that fourth one.
Joaquin's gonna bring forth like a fake laugh just to kind of like, like, are we done with this bit? What are we doing?
Of course, of course. Onward to business. Of course I'll grant the Lockstitch Academy and Lockstitch Fleet if you have your way. Ha ha ha! I'll grant you permission to travel my lands, my rivers, my oceans. It's all mine. It's fine. But first, you understand, I have a bit of a issue. And you hear the large doors close in the distance.
Gulp.
I have a bit of a problem, you see. I'm sick. Not terribly, but embarrassingly. And that's why we'll save it for another time. Wink, 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 wink.
That's where you put it.
So, you see, a while ago, I had a doctor. Nicholas A. Torch. And Kai, you would have heard of this doctor, known of this doctor. He's a very, Rasputin-esque figure in the court. An amazing healer, but he's really fucking weird. So...
Yeah, because this king is totally normal on the level.
King
Totally.
Reedi's on the up and up, but...
Of course.
You don't want a doctor that has so much influence on him. Like, this doctor could cure anything. And every time King Reedi went out and came back with something else, like, the doctor would help him, and then he was more beholden to the doctor. So the court felt that King Reedi was getting a little too attached to Nicholas A. Torch. So they sent him away. He was banished to Beacon Point, which you all will know, you passed it on the way here, is a giant lighthouse on a small island. On that island, trees grow like grass. Like, as though that small island is trying to make up for the fact that Pastura can't grow grass, that island grows it, and can't grow trees, that island grows it insanely. They have a booming lumber department, and like they send all the wood back here. So anything you see in here that is wood came from Beacon Point. Now the problem is, we can't ship things over the ocean, so we haven't been to Beacon Point in a while. So King Reedi, and he needs to go see his doctor, you see. But the town can't know he's going to see his doctor, because then they'll know his shame. They'll know that he has, in fact, frog syphilis. But see, Nicholas can cure frog syphilis. He's done it many times in the past. I need you to get me there. But more importantly, I'm sure your wonderful vessel can get me there. I've heard the tales. I've seen the reports. But more importantly, I need you to get me to your ship in secrecy. So, do you believe that in your infinite capabilities, you could get me to your ship? Me and, of course, Peanut, and Brecca, and Marlowe. I need my guards, of course. And they're sworn to secrecy. You would never reveal my secrets, would you, Peanut? Peanut again begins to open his mouth. Of course you wouldn't, Peanut. Of course you wouldn't. I wouldn't allow it. And then he just kind of stares at Peanut for an extra second. And he's like, alright. So this is what I'm tasking you with. Get me out of the city. But I will not put on a disguise. I will not tarnish my good looks. But you must get me out of the city. And
Oh boy.
here's where I'm going to, like, just GM for everybody, people in the chat, and for you. You are all together allowed to work on a plan of getting them out of the city. And then we can make rolls for it, and just shoot out what your plans are. Players, like the players, you guys have the ultimate, like, say in it. But,
right, but we got suggestions in the chat here, so we can kind of add that to the collaborative pool.
Suggestions, then also you can tell them to do something for you, and they can do it.
That's right.
Oh, right,
We can order them
right.
around.
Yes, you are their officers.
That's why
We
you
could do
have
like a
underlings.
Trojan horse kind of deal.
Well, my first
Oh my
thought
God.
is, how soft is the soil here since they have a lot of clay?
Ooh.
The soil is very soft, but the paved roads are paved in such a way that they're paved with the clay, and you know how hard the clay is. There is a suggestion in. There's a couple suggestions going on in the chat here.
I'm not sure how warm I am to the large wooden badger, but let's see.
I'm thinking like maybe cargo shipping crate, but internally it's very much a palanquin design.
I like the food catering truck idea. What if we had sort of a bread? Like, obviously we're celebrities here. It's a big thing that we're here. Is there not
We make
some
a
sort of
cake?
like, yeah?
Like, hey, Chef
Like,
Tobias
well,
is gonna make his
bakers-
famous bread.
Well, Baker's Chamber of Commerce is like, we're gonna send a procession.
We'll
Good.
bake them into a giant loaf of bread.
Does
What
it
bread,
Or we
though?
could just like dust him in semolina and make him pretend to be bread.
Oh,
That would
that's
count
it.
as a disguise, though, and he
Oh,
said he
that's
wasn't
true.
going to do
He
a
would
disguise.
tarnish himself.
Same with a box. A box would probably count as a disguise, too.
I don't think, as long as you're not dressing him up, you can get away with escaping what exactly he said.
Well, if we just make him sit as still as possible and
we have
pretend
a-
it's like a beautifully crafted cake.
Otter Time does make a good point. There, we may not need to. We could just walk him to the ship if we were to create a large enough citywide distraction. Not saying that's the right choice. It is an option.
So we send the entire crew to the other end of the city and say, wreak havoc for about like 2 hours.
I
and
did
then
not
we'll let
say
you know.
havoc. I said distraction.
Right, havoc
what is it
distraction
called?
is the same thing.
Sorry. Somebody's trying to say something, and they're getting talked over real quick. Who was it?
Does Tobias have explosives on him? Just out of curiosity.
Tobias doesn't need explosives on him as long as he has access to. Well, really, it doesn't matter. He can figure something out.
So what if we got the king to the ship and then disguised someone as the king leaving the ship? Because he doesn't want people to know he's on board, but if he's just there for, say, a tour for a little bit and then is seen getting off the ship.
I think that would be simple enough.
I'm for the distraction idea.
King Reedi's
Ship
just like, oh, King Reedi's like, a parade? We haven't had a parade in ages. Everybody's so down about these ships going missing. Peanut won't stop complaining about it. Shut your mouth, Peanut.
What about a parade followed by a impromptu festival celebrating? I mean, the ship.
That sounds like a true delight. We can have our own holiday. What is your ship called? What? It's the Wander Day? The Wonder Dust?
Wanderpus, Your Majesty.
The Wander...
HTML Wanderpus.
Oh, of course. What will we call this holiday? Peanut, start getting the banners made. It's a feast tonight. And tomorrow, my dingus will be fixed.
Corzipa looks repulsed.
I love that was at the volume of a royal declaration.
I'm just coughing. It's
6
my...
winks. 6 independent weeks all fly to Corzipa. Just, like, you know, like in cartoons where if somebody, like, winks hard enough, a little kissy face comes out and does a couple flips? It's so close. Like, you feel like you can feel the pressure of this king's, like, little, like, butterfly kisses just tapping your cheek.
He
From-
said dingus.
From 20 feet.
So Krieg has now fallen off of Squishy because he's laughing. But not out loud, just like, just laughing. And so Squishy is now caught him before he hits the floor.
Somebody has to clip when who said, I don't know who said it, but somebody was like, he said dingus. Cole's, I need that clip. I need that as a sound alert immediately. Whenever somebody subs, it's just gonna have to say, he said dingus. God.
Oh,
Whew.
Oh, no.
Festival it is.
I thought
Great.
Peanut was gonna be the highlight of this game, but that was pretty good.
But the festival could be a decent distraction while the king is dining with the crew of the Wanderpus.
Oh yeah, of course. I think he gathers like the plan. So the plan is a giant parade. Like just so I get it straight. Giant parade gets him to the ship. Throw a giant feast. He goes on the ship. Somebody comes off the ship looking like King Reedi. Then the ship goes away during the festival. Comes back while the next day while the festival's still going on.
Mm-hmm. And then
And-
the king visits again.
And then the king comes off. Yeah, king visits and then goes off the ship and everything's good.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
vote
pretty good.
Peanut goes off the ship looking like a king, so he can be king for the day.
Oh my God. Peanut's king for the day.
Which
don't
one
think-
of our magicians can cast illusions to make Peanut look like King Reedi?
Yes.
And who else would know King Reedi's mannerisms more than his loyal advisor?
This is
true.
perfect.
It's the perfect plan.
I'm sure someone
I
in the
can
crew can do this.
If no one can do illusion, I can do a reshape, which is make
Oh
make their facial
my God.
appearance like.
I don't know if anybody in my department can cast illusion magic.
I'm not familiar with the mage study crew.
I'd have to make some calls.
Do we have any illusion mages in the crew? That would definitely fall under magician class, which I do know.
Correct.
Mm,
I am not spec'd into illusions, unfortunately.
I do notice this, that you do not. I mean, you can turn into 3 people though, and that's pretty cool.
I have parlor tricks, but not specifically in disguises.
I can stab someone with a sword if that helps.
My specialty's in diplomacy and flashiness, not necessarily subterfuge.
I don't know if I could build a robot body that mimics the king that fast.
Alright, so...
Or can we just get an illusion of the king and keep Peanut for ourselves?
Ooh.
Alright,
We are also not stealing from the king.
so I'm thinking about breaking everybody into 3 groups here. We're gonna have the parade group. We're gonna have the subterfuge group, which is where we sneak them on and sneak them off. And we're gonna have the one that keeps the subterfuge going. Now these people, the last group, are gonna have to stay in town. They can't come with the ship when the rest sail away and then come back the next day. So we're gonna need to do a emote counter.
Alright.
Right.
Here
Here we go.
go.
I want to count the Wander for Ez, the Wander for Kai, and
I don't remember how to do that. So
Twy, are you in chat that you could help us out? I'm
just
talking
a
like King
second
Reedi, even when
now.
it's my
Okay,
normal
she's doing it
voice.
now.
Okay.
Wait, Alan was King Reedi this whole time.
I was King Reedi this whole time. You've never seen
Oh my
me.
God, immersion is broken.
It's crazy.
What were the emotes you needed again?
I want the Wander for Ez, the Wander for Kai, and the Wander for Zez, I believe. Wander for Ez will be there's the wine tinking. That's going to be for the parade itself. If you want to be part of the procession that gets the parade going, please. We're going to do the 1 emote Wander for Ez, which is the 2 wine glasses again.
Don't do it until you tell you
Don't-
to do it.
don't do it yet.
We're just
Don't do
telling
it
you
yet.
what they are.
The Wander for Kai, which is the cupcake with a shrimp on it, that's going to be for the festivities overnight. Like, keeping the party going. the more people that do that, the better you roll. The better that's gonna go. Nobody's gonna get suspicious if we roll high. The problem is those ones that do the cupcake cannot participate in the next part because they're gonna be stuck here. Just keep that in mind. Like, if you're not worried about your character being stuck here, go with that one. And then the Wanderpus Zez is the magnifying glass on a leaf one. That one is going to be used for getting Reedi in and off the ship without anybody knowing differently. Getting Peanut and Reedi, Peanut on the ship, and then off the ship with nobody being the wiser.
Reedi, Peanut, Brecca, and Marlowe.
Brecca and Marlowe can stay on. Brecca and Marlowe can stay on there without too much of a worry, because like you can just say there's security for this short mission. Peanut is staying because they're turning Peanut into King Reedi. If somebody has that ability.
I can get a good approximation, I think.
Excellent. And she will let you all know when it's up.
Yeah.
And while we are waiting,
the bot, which brand spanking new. So.
Literally just made it. Violin Bro made it for us.
Oh, so that's why it takes forever. That makes sense.
Aw, rude.
He's like, we didn't have the words for this one.
You make the chatbot.
I can't.
I mean, we can just turn it on, right? As long as everybody
everybody
just uses the right emotes, it should be fine. I can just start the tracking, yeah? I just thought I could just turn it on. Oh. Okay. Oh, you're like doing all words.
She's going all out.
Okay.
Alright, so now everybody please put... Yeah. Please put which one that you are going. And the players, you do not have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It is not necessary for you. Like, we know that you are going with them.
Oh, heck. Oh, perfect. Nice grab.
I just grabbed as character and go whoop.
Corey, I'm disappointed in you.
Excuse me?
What? Did we just
Someone's
could have been-
disappointed.
It could have been 69, I'm sorry.
No, but like it triggered your character, so
Yeah, your character came on screen. It was funny.
that's just
I did see.
Alright, so... Oh, that...
It
And-
couldn't have
Kole has a good point.
And also, keep in mind, everybody in chat, that if you have any abilities that you would like to use that you think could help this situation, use them. Like, to use your abilities, just highlight it. Like, use the highlight chat thing, and then type out what you're doing, and you can totally do it. Just done. And then the better it is, like, the better the idea, the more it'll help. And by better the idea is how much we all enjoy it, basically.
Question, is the king still checking Corzipa out?
Oh, totally. 100%. Was really trying to get the, like, lengths of this woman. I'm not trying to hypersexualize Corzipa. What I'm trying to do is
I'm
make you all...
perfectly fine with it, trust me.
I'm just trying to make sure everybody knows King Reedi's kind of a gross guy.
Kind of.
Corzipa still looks
Kind of.
incredibly repulsed.
Really, I wasn't
He's
getting
not
that
even hiding
vibe.
it anymore.
Kai would know that King Reedi is actually an amazing ruler. Like, he has brought about some very good changes. Has really, like, under his rule, the city has really integrated all the races on Pastura together as just one solid thing. He's really nice. Like, and he just likes fucking.
Clearly.
He's
He
the
has a
Frog
type.
King.
Is this why you named it Shroom Shanties?
We'll get there.
We're getting there.
Oh, I don't like that.
I liked the like delayed release on Cole's understanding of that.
You said
I'm gonna mute
release.
for half a second just to open this.
Oh my god.
And he said dingus.
And
Dingus. He said dingus. Ah.
I
just wanna,
want that, but it's Liam Neeson from like the like release the Kraken, but it's dingus.
Release the
Really?
dingus.
Oh no.
It was a good start. Good start, everybody.
Remember, however you played your character thus far, like any notes you thought was great during the stream so far, it's gonna absolutely completely dwarfed by release the dingus. So that's it.
Yeah.
We peaked.
We're
There's
done.
nothing better.
We peaked at
That's
we
it.
released
Wrap
the
it up.
dingus. We peaked at like the idea of Peanut saying would release the dingus, but nobody's heard Peanut. He hasn't been allowed to say a goddamn word. Not even sure he can talk.
I hope so.
I'll
So
make
he's
sure to
gonna
inspire
be King Reedi for a
Peanut
day.
before he leaves.
The idea that once you get Reedy out, Peanut just spends the entire night just screaming at the top of his lungs.
Please scream into the void of your heart.
Go to the designated hole and scream there.
I have to like the highest of compliments to the characterization of Reedy just from the portrait, like how pleased with himself he is.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
about lost my mind when I saw the portrait of King Reedi this morning.
It is amazing. All the artwork is amazing. Let's
Thank you.
everybody
It
please.
look like I get bathrobe vibes from this toad.
This is where the actors on stage of a stage play is just like, and the real heroes are, and then like the stage pulls back and it's Wanderpus in the back with like scrawling away on a drawing tablet like that.
My hand hurts so much.
That's honestly my favorite part. I do theater work, and that's my favorite part because I'm
Yeah.
lights. It's great.
Yeah, you can pull the trigger. Quiet. All right.
Thank you, Twine.
How many did we end with?
Nope.
Alright, so 6. Alright, so 5 of you are staying behind. Alright, and alright, so now we are going to make 2 rolls, or 3 rolls, to see how successful they are. At a party, like when the group hits 5 people, you will get a standard reaction. Whatever I roll is how it's going to be. I'll explain in a second. So roll 1, 20. So it looks like the parade did not go well.
Uh-oh.
You get a tough choice.
You got a tough choice.
It was pretty last minute.
It's the last minute parade.
So I will give the tough choice, and like we can make this. We don't have to ask. If the chat comes up with a good idea, then we'll say it. But like you guys can talk amongst yourself to figure out which one of these 2 tough choices that you would like. Tough choice number 1. King Reedi gets too into it and is hammered by the time you reach the sub. Just hammered. This is the champagne
Is
glass.
he hammered or hammered and lecherous?
Both. Like, if you think
Oh.
Taupe was bad, Taupe is nothing compared to a drunk King
Oh
Reedi.
God, no!
Ooh,
Drunk King
I'm kind of
Reedi.
into this though.
Corzipa.
Like, and like, he is so far gone, and you don't know a lot about Frog, like, physiology of how long he's going to be drunk. And like, it seems like it might last a while of him just being blitzed out of his mind. You can still get through with the play, and you can still get through with the plan. Like, you can get him to the sub, and then you can get him to where he needs to go.
Treating him's gonna be like an ordeal.
The whole thing's gonna be interesting. Now, the secondary thing I'm gonna offer is Peanut gets lost.
Mm.
We don't know where.
Kidnapped by.
Oh, we got a 20 in the chat.
So the way that
Oh shit! Did somebody do it?
Oh, shit.
Something fancy happened.
Dingus.
So the way we have designed the Rupert rolls for the tier 2 and tier 3 emotes is that they push it up or take it down a number. That was the intent.
Yes, an 8. We're not gonna count that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't, because from an 8 to a 9 is not gonna change anything.
Yeah, 8 to a 9 doesn't do anything. But thank you very much for your donation.
Also, yeah. Thank you for the donation, Cole.
But
also, dingus.
Dingus.
As a heads up.
Dingus.
No, really? Oh, did I turn it off? No, I didn't. Okay.
Nope, just no S.
There are reroll cards now available. I'm still working through stuff. I'm still adding them, but they are there.
It's a good feature.
So
Pinch hitter.
pinch hitter is that one is.
But I'm still working my way through adding them. I think probably a dozen more to add. So
we made a lot of cards.
Yeah.
And a lot of art. But anyway, so Peanut is missing, and we don't know if somebody has kidnapped them, but we do know that if you go with this one, you're not gonna find Peanut in time for this plan. You're gonna have to figure out something else. Somebody else will have to be the stand-in for King Reedi. Which will make it more complicated for the group that has to stay here all night pretending that you have the real King Reedi.
It makes it less believable if
Exactly.
we don't have Peanut doing it.
Yeah, this mission's not a success if we can't deny, there's no plausible deniability that the king left.
So I'd go with the drunk Bletcher then.
Alright?
Where's the bubble deal?
I'm
You can
leaning
deal
that
with a
way,
little
but
bit of a drunk
obviously,
fraud.
I'm
I
sorry.
also am thinking that one.
Does chat have strong feelings one way or the other, or are we just all good with...
Yeah, let's get some feelings from the chat.
Well, Elliot and
I'm
Steph
wondering,
want to
what
kidnap
about
Peanut.
both?
You want...
Well, it's not a choice.
I know,
If
but
we
it's
pick
like,
both.
if Peanut goes missing somehow, and the king won't be able to remember it.
Oh, so you want to take advantage of the fact that he's
Oh
drunk
my
and
God.
kidnap Peanut.
Yeah.
Nobody has talked to Peanut about this.
I am a
Do we even know
gasp
if
now.
Peanut can talk? Have we actually confirmed he can talk or not?
Nobody has confirmed Peanut can talk. Every single, especially now that King Reedi's drunk, every single time that you think that Peanut might be about to say something, it's just, and I remember the time that Peanut, this Peanut, walked up to this giant catfish. Fucking huge. And then he was just
let
like...
me guess, my liege, it disappeared.
It disappeared! How did you know?
Delightful.
How the fuck did you know?
And-
He just
and
does that
Royce-
thing.
Royce-
He
Royce,
puts
like,
two
turning
fingers-
away and just like, can someone fucking deal with him right now? Like, he's getting out of control.
I'll take the next shift.
That's a lot of packs.
So then what
Oh dang,
happened?
Warlord!
I feel like if the king is drunk, we can basically do whatever we want.
Tell another story.
Oh, okay. So Peanut, this Peanut. Get this. One time, we were looking around, and we saw this fish cat. And it was fucking huge.
Like huge.
Oh, we have an
Huge.
officer in chat who can contribute.
Ooh.
June can be our horny toad if the plan so requires it.
I do not like that, but it is a very nice double entendre.
I think we could manage both.
So the option is to go with both bad things happening, is what I'm hearing.
Well, so it's really, we're gonna only settle on the one bad thing. Also,
Yeah,
if
let's
you
settle
click
on
the
that.
die, it'll go away.
I feel like let's
Could do it
feel
mindfully.
what's happening out with Peanut. We have a backup plan if Peanut wants to leave.
So, we are going with drunk, and you guys, and everybody's alternate plan is kidnap Peanut.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Can we go with liberate Peanut? I feel like
Liberate Peanut.
Hopefully the
The
captain will
American
forget.
way.
If someone could get Peanut off to the side and like go over the plan with him.
Hey, Elliot, I've got a job for you. We need to talk to Peanut all night long.
I swear to God, I did not expect Peanut to have this much action. The fact that she drew him and it made me laugh my ass off.
This is
Okay, thank you,
Operation
Elliot.
Peanut Butter.
You were a godsend.
I mean,
wonder if
this is
the-
It'll be
also
hard, but I believe in you.
So I'm wondering if the person talking to Peanut, doesn't even let them get a word in.
That would be so funny. Elliot's character's just sitting there we'll get, B plus is in there, we'll get you free. You're safe. And she's like, oh, it's like, don't worry, stop panicking. We got you. We're gonna get you somewhere safe. It's like, no, stop it, Peanut. We need to be quiet.
this is like every campaign I've ever played in, where it's just like the GM designs like all of these great characters, and then like everybody just hones in on the throwaway one.
It's like, I made that character on a whim. Now I have to make a backstory for them. Oh no!
Alright, so the parade is successful. You just have a very drunken. Everybody knows this King Reedi is drunk. Alright, so what was the next part of it? The next part would be the getting him on and off the ship. And that one only got a 4. Now, as you might know, 4 is less than 5.
Correct.
So when I
Yes.
roll this die, we will give it a 1 lesser result because it wasn't a full team doing it.
Question:
Yes.
Can I balance it out if I give him a kiss?
Yes, definitely.
Oh. Mm.
Huh.
oh.
It's okay,
Only
guys.
an
It's
hour
very
in.
difficult. It's very difficult to get syphilis orally. It's okay.
Well,
An hour
I
in,
wanted
and somebody's
to
like,
talk about that
can I kiss the
part.
frog though?
Things go
Hour
well
22
around,
minutes
you have
in,
B+.
we're kissing the
I
frog.
wanna get the
Akana
frog
Shama has
though.
something.
Oh shit,
Great.
I actually do have something in the lore for this. King Reedi will not be kissed on the mouth. Because King Reedi is afraid of becoming a prince.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god.
Oh,
my god.
It would be a demotion.
We actually had that conversation last night.
But Akana-sama does have an idea for sneaking King Reedi. But I think a cloak still would count as a costume.
Unless you
Would it
convince a drunken king that it is
True, he is drunk.
ceremonial
He's
garb.
drunk,
Course
yeah, of
We
course.
need you to convince him to wear this magic cape.
What if it's like sexy roleplay?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Corzipa, you're
I
on
got
it.
you.
okay. Somebody has to convince King Reedi to wear this cape, because he said no costumes, but he'll wear the cape if he thinks it's for sexy times.
We're all gonna stare at Corzipa until she does.
Pretty much.
Do I need to do
Corzipa
like
looks
But
uncomfortable.
Joaquin does not feel good about asking.
wingman here?
And that's
Corzipa sighs, slivers up, shaking her hips. I hate this so much.
you audibly hear King Reedi croak deep in his throat. You know what I'm saying. I can't do it. You hear my voice. My voice can't do it, but you know what I'm saying.
Like the frog version of like.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
It's just
sure I
the.
approve
How
of
you
this.
doing?
I knew this would happen. I just didn't expect this to happen on the first session.
Dear
Why?
Penthouse, dear Froghouse Forum, dear Pondhouse Forum. Sorry, I got there.
The pond house. Oh my.
I never
Lily
thought this
pad.
would happen to me.
If this were YouTube, we'd be demonetized like 5 seconds in.
That's on brand.
Corzipa gives the fakest smile.
Oh, King
Gives him
Reedi
a
buys
slap.
it.
Kiss on the cheek and whispers, "If you wear this cloak, I might give you a little love."
King
hate
Reedi
myself.
snatches that cloak out of their hand
I'm-
so fast you'd think it was on fire. And it's just drapes himself in it and gone.
Corzipa looks physically ill.
And that evens it out. We are now at an even roll because they used an ability that added 1 to it. You add 1 to it. See how? Do these rolls make sense to people?
Yes.
All right.
No, but I'm going with it. Yes.
1d20. Let's see what we got. 19. Now, this one, if you added the 1 to it for this one with the rank 3 emote, it would become a 20. And would make it an amazing success.
Oh.
Like 19's already great. 19, you got exactly what you wanted. He's in the ship, out of the ship. Nobody knows. We could add an extra effect if it was 20.
There it is. Lurid's using his.
Lurid's using theirs. It is a 20. Lurid, what are these extra effects? I'm sorry, Sauma. What goes beyond?
Could you set the scene for me one more time?
We have a very intoxicated, sexually and alcoholically, frog getting into the ship and just is pliable, will do whatever anybody asks him to because he fully believes he's about to get laid.
You ever seen a frog fuck?
Alright,
Time
so
at band camp.
I think the king is setting the example for the procession. You know, everyone sees he's having such a great time, everyone else is having such a great time, that nobody really notices him get on the ship.
Oh, so like, are you saying the 20 makes it so everybody in town also gets drunk?
Yeah, drunk having a great time. It made up for the fact that the parade was like kind of a downer. But nobody is paying much attention. It's just his aura is affecting everyone.
I like
Do
it.
they also get horny as well as drunk? Since they're emulating their king.
I'm going full Roman here.
We're turning this into
everyone's so like down in the dumps. They were all looking for an excuse to party. Like
Massive town orgy.
Not a mud orgy. Oh.
The Kole orgy. There's a difference.
I love the idea that this newly formed holiday is basically Mardi Gras. Like, you've invented
everyone's just throwing beads.
Like throwing clay, like little clay
throwing
beads.
pots, like both throwing them and like throwing them as in making them.
Oh, okay.
We got some like ghost, Demi Moore, Patrick Swayze, slippery clay nonsense happening.
Oh boy.
Right. And we are gonna say
emphasis on slippery.
We're gonna save the last roll for when we get back here. And remember that one's an even roll because that was a 5. So, by the way, if we ever get 10 in one squad, that one always gets bumped up to the next level. Less than 5, a level below. 5, a normal roll. 10, more like the next level. That's how it works.
That makes sense.
Also,
It's good.
The first chance Corzipa gets to be outside of the king ship rose up.
Nice. But everybody else is too, so you're not even like... So...
Hey, look.
And then, wait, who was doing the reconstruction surgery for Peanut here?
I think that was Sauma.
Yeah, that was me.
Alright.
I can do the face. We're gonna have to come up with a disguise for everything else.
Zez said they could, oh heck.
Oh, Zez said they could turn into the king.
Well, hold on, I'm not done! God damn it!
Oh my god.
Oh, I missed Gillian's one. You could have done Portal.
Everybody is drunk. Like, that is true.
Drunk and
Like,
eating
you could
ass.
probably just set them at the head of a table and, like, pretend that... And Peanut would know. I'm gonna say we're good. I'm gonna say we're actually perfectly fine with as is. Streamlabs just subscribed. Good job,
That
Streamlabs.
was weird. It was
Good job
weird
for
they did
that.
France, thank you for
So-
subbing. I don't know
so
why
then-
it's from Streamlabs.
French is
Maybe
giving-
the-
That is up to Streamlabs.
Oh, gifted a sub to Streamlabs. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
no.
Thank you for
France
doing a
with
gifted
2
sub.
L's.
It's France now.
So then maybe the team that's staying can just keep up the ruse, saying maybe the king is indisposed from last night's party to hide the fact that he's like not there.
Oh yeah, and with the 20, I'm totally gonna say that's perfectly fine, and we'll figure out how that went when you guys get back to here. But in the meantime, you guys have a date with Beacon Point.
It's a lot of wood.
It's a lot of wood. So here's the map again.
Oh, I hate that.
We are here,
Mhm.
and this is Beacon Point. It's very close. We're just gonna go down this river here, and then on to the point.
Love me a nice lighthouse.
Oh, lighthouses are great. Anyway, here we go. Beacon Point. And you gotta click that die to get rid of it.
Sorry.
This is the sub for now, at least. Like I don't have a sub
We're
icon.
working on it.
Whee, working on it.
So many assets.
Alright, so immediately upon getting to like the small dock of Beacon Point, like you can definitely tell something's amiss. Just immediately. There should have been somebody that came out and greeted you. Like there's a little house, like there's some houses up here, but nobody's coming out to greet the sub. And apparently they haven't had like ships back and forth in multiple months at this point, so they should be excited to see you.
Did the houses look like anything's happened to them, or just like nobody's coming?
From the distance, you can't really make it out, but some of the doors are open.
We might have to go introduce ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
To whoever might be here.
Introductions are my specialty.
So this one is going to be, this is, oh, somebody's saying something in the chat.
Yeah.
Money is mine.
What's that? Did they not count?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Corey asked, just so we're clear, is the Muffin team stays behind for
Only
long term,
the
not
Muffin
Cooking Parade
team.
Okay.
The Cooking and Parade team got back onto the ship, and they are off. It's only the Muffin team, and you guys can roleplay in the chat right now as to what's going on at that party. The more you roleplay, the more that you tell me what's going on there.
Don't open them yet. I'm still
like,
uploading
the less
stuff.
I'm gonna make you roll. Like, if you guys can just role play exactly what happens there, then I do not need to make you roll it. If you tell me what happened, I don't need to need a die that tells me what happened. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys, the officers here, the party, they are in control of this situation that we are in right now. They're the only ones getting off the ship. Unless they order somebody off the ship, and then that's a different story. But, are you planning to get off the ship here? Or, you know that there are 2 towns on Beacon Point. There's this small one here, and then there is a much larger one next to the lighthouse. Most of the people live there. This is just a small docking, loading, and unloading site, which has piles of wood, by the way. Just so many cut logs being prepared for transportation, but they haven't been able to get off.
Do we know which one
You guys
has
are
the
killing me.
doctor?
You guys are just absolutely killing me.
The doctor, you know for a fact, lives at the lighthouse.
Might as well get off there then.
Right?
I'd have
Is
to
that-
agree.
Yeah, we can come back and investigate this place if we need.
And if something's still amiss before we leave, we should figure that out.
Let's move it down.
Definitely. Do some
In
sleuthing
fact,
later.
while the king has his appointment, maybe we can take the time to travel back.
Oh God, I have to entertain the king.
The king is so inebriated.
Can we just
Can we-
make him think that
can
he
we just,
did,
like,
even though
lock
he
him?
didn't? It's like, yeah, you guys are making so much noise last night. Actually, nothing actually happened.
You could.
You know how you tell a drunk person, it's like, hey, you did that thing, when they actually didn't do that thing.
you could walk there. But you could walk back as well. Like. So.
Ooh, that's a nice lighthouse, by the way.
Thank you. It's a lighthouse.
It's very shroomy.
It's a lighthouse.
Lift it up.
Caustic. Anyway, so you arrive here, and something is definitely going on. Like, as soon as, like, you pop the top of the sub, you're, like, looking out, trying, like, you don't have easy docks here, but you can just get out and wait across the beach. Like, the town, you hear screaming, you hear some very bizarre roaring, and you smell fire in the air, and, I don't know if any of you have, like, a very keen sense of smell. I imagine some of you might, but you can definitely smell, like, blood in the air.
I think my sense of smell has been
goodness.
destroyed.
It's just like, things are definitely not going great here.
Can I
Okay.
instruct... I assume I have people on the cannons. Can I instruct them just to be ready just in case?
Yeah,
By
totally.
chance... Oh, I'm totally doing this. I'm going to blow something up today.
And do you have any security staff available in case we need to protect a larger area of this settlement?
We definitely should have some people that can protect the ship.
I have a few.
I know there's a couple
QB2's
security
actually kind of small.
at the moment, there aren't that many people, but we can try to make it work. Oh, can you move your Roll20 page? Because they can't see their own the characters.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
So,
You can also like zoom out a little bit.
upon entering, like, I assume that you guys can move your characters wherever you want them to go. Like, do you see some people running around? And this town is also full of otter people and frog people. The majority of them are both otter and frog people that live in Pastura.
Are any running by us?
No, they're trying to get, like, some of them are running this direction. Like, oop, I am clicking on this Twitch stream trying to figure out why it's not making the lights.
And I can move everyone except myself.
Wait. I swear to God, one day I'll get this right. Oh, wait. Oh, is it this one?
You discovered the secret codependency
is.
trait. Good, congratulations.
There we go. It should work now.
Yep.
Alright. So, as you're running in that direction, you hear a really weird... It only counts as a roar because you've never heard anything else at this volume that wasn't a roar. And it's kind of squishy, it's kind of wet. It almost sounds like somebody's throwing up, but screaming at you at the same time. Yeah, it's
My aunt.
And then you're about to see a really gross creature. Here we are. One of these things. Now,
Alright.
are you
Is that a goddamn
Water
Taras?
bear. Water
Are
bear.
you-
mole.
are you familiar
Water bear.
with water bears?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only what I've
So-
heard from you.
This guy stands roughly 6 feet tall, flabby skin, like just jiggling. He has 6 arms, much like King Reedi, no eyes. And this proboscis thing on its mouth is currently peeled all the way back, and you just see a giant tick spike, like a tick's mouth, in there. And this thing is like, it's normally a pale white, but it's engorged of blood right now. Like, it is clearly fed, and it is chasing after people. Just sloshing around. And
Did you
that,
say 6 feet or 6 stories?
6 feet. It's 6 feet right now.
Stories.
It's only this big, so I can give everybody like a really good view of it.
Okay, I was just gonna say just shoot with the cannon.
It's actually that's too big. That's still too big. Boop. There we are. But it is running down this way. It is chasing after somebody, just a regular civilian of this town, and you hear some like explosions going off from the direction of the lighthouse, and you see some magic being shot back and forth.
Well, we should probably stop that thing.
Yep. In this situation, I defer to, our fighting class.
Corzipa?
Am I in range with my gun? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, you could become in range in like no time. Like, there's no real worry about move, stand, like all the normal Dungeons and Dragons stuff. If you want to do it, just say you do it.
I was gonna say I've also got a service revolver, so
I'm just gonna whack it.
Well, obviously, let's go kill it so it doesn't kill anyone else.
Corzipa will slither off and get into range and shoot it with a pistol.
Everybody shoot at it.
Alright. Now, the game is like... So, I am going to make you roll for this one. Roll for the attack. Because that's what Quest is based on. Well, not always, but... Alright, so where are you going to stand when you're shooting at it? You can just move your kit. Ooh, I moved it on accident. I'm sorry. Ah, that's fine. So that's about like 10 feet, and that's... It does, like, as you approach, it does turn and look at you, and like, you get really up in its face. Like, you're not really that close, but like, it pulls back its flabby, like, flaps, and just makes that noise that is as close to a roar, and it's just very, very gross, though. But you can go ahead and make your roll for the attack if you would like. Have I disconnected?
Nope.
No, okay, sorry.
I see I am doing the thing where I can't roll for shit.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Just barely above a terrible failure.
1 second. My roll 20 actually kind of crashed on me.
Oh, excellent.
Very powerful.
It was a 20,
6.
clearly.
Oh, so hold on, let me take a quick look at... Nope, that's a 6. Okay, so what are the two two bad things that can happen here? You get a choice of 2 bad outcomes with no positive. Alright, so bad outcome number 1. It grabs the civilian that it was chasing after, pins down, and starts drinking their blood. That is bad outcome number 1. Bad outcome number 2 is it charges at you. Doesn't get the latch on, but you are going to take 2 damage from its swiping claws.
That looks like it hurts.
I'll protect the civilian and take the damage.
Alright. So you take 2 damage. It has moved right in your face. Like, now you guys, all of you can see this thing. It is, if you want, you zoomed in. Okay, cool.
I was going to,
like, the situation has definitely become bad. None of you have ever seen a creature like this before. But you see it quickly grab its claws, which kind of have like scoops in them. Like, it's really gross. Like Tortito scoops. And like, this shoves the whole thing in its mouth and like pulls it out after doing it. And then it just gets a bit bigger.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
And that is where we are.
Just feed it so I can shoot with my cannons.
And any of you can take turns whenever you want.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to this engorged and growing water bear tick, and I'm gonna hit it with Wave Crasher to try and freeze its blood.
Okay. That takes 3 AP, right? That's how much?
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to make sure I didn't set that thing as too powerful. So, in case anybody missed the speakeasy last night, Lurid made an agreement with a man that is a snail. He might be a shady man. We're not 100% sure. Shady snail. Sorry, my mistake. To let them onto the ship. But he vouched.
Oh boy, you fucked up.
He vouched for this snail salesman. And now the snail salesman, Snailsman, that is his name. He's part of the ship. He's on the ship now. Who knows who he's talking to or what he's doing, but he's there. But in exchange, he got a magic hammer.
All I did was suggest that he should apply.
But you gave him such a good reference.
It's like you didn't have one negative thing to say about him.
Not a single negative thing to say about him. And still, to this moment, you still think he's just an amazing guy. But anyway, I'm going to just roll me that 20-sided die and we'll see if you hit him. The whether or not you freeze his blood is a thing. Like, whether or not you freeze the liquid, that happens.
Oh, no.
That's not
Hot dice.
Not looking so good.
So we got a 3. I am going to give you 2 choices. 1, he swallows your hammer.
Not the hammer.
2, he gets these like weird tentacle things you can see off the back of his head, like around your neck, and starts pulling the blood out of you. You will take 4 damage.
God, to lose the hammer.
Okay. Hang on.
Something might be happening. That roll became a 20.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Good. Thank you so much. Excellent use. Excellent.
Who redeemed that?
That was Warlord.
Warlord.
Thank you.
Warlord who put like fucking 50 of these.
So go ahead and describe what your 20 looks like. Like, this is going to obliterate this guy. Like, not just free, like... no. Yeah, I'm going to say double damage. Yeah, you were going to kill this thing.
Okay, so, as, the water bear goes for a second attack on Corzipa, I just nail this thing right on its side and freeze all of its blood. Or, yeah, I guess freeze it.
Freeze is the right word, but it doesn't turn to ice. It's still liquid that's just stationary.
Yeah, solidify all its blood so that it can't move, but its current momentum causes it to like continue forward as all the blood just stays in place, and it just like rips it in half.
That is very gross, but I much appreciate it. So now you've got a character that's looking a little bit like B+, just like you got another blob of blood that can't move.
Another one.
All right, let's see if I can do this.
Are those more that we see?
Yep.
Do we see?
Yeah, I could do it.
Nice. Perfect.
Nice.
Don't open the packs yet. I am still actively uploading cards. It is a process.
All right, so that's one of them. You hear a voice like barking in the distance, like to the lighthouse. Get to the lighthouse, and everybody's just trying, like grabbing their kids, trying to get to the lighthouse. And you just see like, well, it looks like somebody's firing mortars from the lighthouse, and it's just like exploding near this where the hell is it? Oh, there we go. Like, there's like little explosions all over, just like raining down on these tick things. And so these ones quickly just try to they make for the woods as fast as they can. And the civilian.
Is there anyone having a hard time making it to the tower?
No. After the huge display of force, like they saw what happened and they're just like they're out. They saw you take out the biggest one that was there, and these ones are like heading into the woods.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I communicate with the crew that I have ready to fire my guns and have them set fire off a round to...
Yeah, totally.
Or a barrage to just blast whatever the direction that they are running into, the tree line that they're running into.
Totally.
Oh, fuck yeah, we are totally doing that.
you just I don't know if there's any security. Like, there's only a couple security players, and I don't think they're in the chat right now. So I'm just gonna let you make the roll for it.
Oh, please don't miss it. Hit the tower.
That would be hilarious.
We need that for 2 reasons.
King Reedi's still on the boat, just drunk.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, totally. Like, you smoke you smoke these two. These two aren't even like in play anymore. Like, you're not gonna have to deal with them later. They're gone. The
I don't see all of the rolls. Heads up. Am I only seeing yours? Am I supposed to only see yours?
No, you're supposed to see theirs too. I wonder why. Oh, maybe they haven't
And
enabled.
A 19 was rolled for the.
Oh yeah,
game.
if the
For-
person
for
doing
everyone
the
kind of-
rolling doesn't have the dice set up to be the fancy dice, then you're not going to see it.
Forgot about
So
that.
that's probably why.
So how does one do that just to make sure?
The gear thing at the end there, then it's going to be the one,
Enable
3D
3D
dice.
dice?
Yep. And automatically roll 3D dice. Sorry.
So we.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So we have to communicate through Twy if we want to talk to anyone on the ship, right?
Yeah, but like, she could just have it attached to the speakers of the ship, so that whenever you say it, everybody on the ship hears it. There is another person working the switchboards now as well, so Twy can step off the ship and still have it done. Somebody else made a character almost exactly like Twy, and we thought it was hilarious.
Okay. So I'm going to communicate through the gem that I need all medical personnel to assist with the wounded that are in the town, and I am going to join them.
So
Corzipa's gonna go look at the crater she made.
it's a fantastic crater.
Royce will begin heading towards the tower.
Yeah, I'm also gonna look for survivors in the tower. I'm having the Allen problem where I'm like clicking the Twitch stream and going like, why is stuff not working?
It keeps happening to me. Right.
Is that an anus?
It's supposed to be a crater.
Oh.
I didn't draw it. Don't blame me.
It's the old brown eye.
Old black eye.
That was like another monster that appeared.
If anybody's wondering, I'm going to drop a link in the Twitch chat that is how I imagine these things' mouths or faces. So, just
after admiring the damage he does, Corzipa's going to instruct the security to come ashore to help protect the lighthouse entrance.
Alright, so what we've got here is the person calling you to the house. Oop, of course, because I changed the wrong thing, because things are weird.
How many hours do you have in Roll20 again?
Huh?
What?
I fucking was telling them earlier. I've got 2,000 hours in this
Wow.
It really doesn't matter.
Sass.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's do layer. This is Nicholas A. Torch. If he
I
looks
love
like,
him.
If he looks like an English spaniel, that's because he is.
But with mushrooms.
But with mushrooms on his beard and ears. Nicholas calls you all over. He's just like, thank God you've come. Who are you? Don't care. We have a issue. Those things have been coming out of the woods for the past 3 days. We keep thinking that we get rid of them all, and they just keep coming back. They've been taking our people, running them off into the woods. We don't know. We haven't had any contact with the village to the north. It's like, what kind of weapons do we got? Can you help?
We can lend our aid. What else do you know?
We don't know. We've never taken one alive. Like, we've managed to kill a couple of them, but they drink the blood out of their own and then they just scurry away.
They're coming from the woods, correct?
They are most certainly coming from the woods. It started when the mist started creeping in, and like he waves his hand to the woods, and you can let me see if I can do this.
I was going to ask Nick if there's any water sources in the woods.
It's just like, yeah,
as you may or may not know, the rifts come in the water. That is the lore aspect.
Yeah, there are streams in the woods, certainly, but like I don't know. None of them are deep. It's all incredibly shallow water in there.
I'm gonna look at my officers, but we all know that any amount of water is potentially right.
We can always blow up half the island. That should take care of it.
We're not going to do that.
Rifts can form horizontally, can't they?
It is theorized that rifts can form anywhere there is a significant amount of water, in any direction.
It would have to be like extraordinarily fortuitous for it to like line up correctly with certain formations, I would imagine. But yeah.
Yeah, like waterfalls, you're at less risk because it's not a constant amount in the same spot. But that doesn't mean no risk.
It's worth investigating.
Would this count as a body of water?
What was that?
Would mist count as a body of water since it is water vapor?
I mean,
sounds like we don't know.
There's no confirmed cases of it yet. But
I'm the diplomat. You guys are the scientists. You figure it out.
Yes, I am the scientist.
Not a scientist.
I theorized that we should just walk into the woods and figure it out.
We could speculate all day long, but we do need... Well, I'd prefer visual proof. We need to be able to document something anyway.
So here comes the second splitting of the crew and the captains. This time I've already planned this one out, so woo! We need a team that is going to defend the town and protect the people. That can be like people being healed. That can be people building walls and using your abilities to build walls. And then we're going to need a group that is the group that fights back to protect this town. That is the people that are just standing there, fucking like guns out, taking out anybody who comes. And then there's a group that for surveying, studying these creatures and figuring out if there's any information we can learn to be useful in the future. So we need a shield, we need the attack, and we need the magnifying glass. Builders, battlers, and boffins. I don't know what boffin means.
These three.
Yeah, I am ready, Twy, for you to put that up.
Go for it. At halftime, I think. Not yet. That is true. If you were muffins, you are not there now.
If you were muffin, you cannot do this. If you are muffin, you are not on the town.
On our system, on this one.
Oh, we're using the nav instead of the magnifying glass.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll use the navigation. That's fine. Just.
And which will the officers be doing?
You guys are going to go into the woods, like you said, and figure shit out.
Science. We got to write it down.
So attack, defend, or explore is how we're gonna call it. Like what? Survey.
Yeah, survey. Alright. And while this is happening, I am going to take a quick restroom break. And I suggest any of my players do it as well if they need to go.
Intermission.
Because we're in the final stretch.
Oh, okay. Well, then in the meanwhile, intermission screen. Ah. This would be a cat cam if there was a cat here. Well, my cats have abandoned me.
It's almost like they don't support the stream. Like...
Honestly.
I'm so glad you gave Royce a giant wrench.
It was very fitting for all the doings of businesses.
I'm
It is
so
Intermission Game Snacks.
I'm so glad you gave Royce's mustache like a beautifully rich choice to go with it.
Oh, and Nika, you weren't here when it got said, but comments were made about how attractive the chef looks.
He's way too attractive.
Yeah,
Whoops.
Not that I'm complaining. I love it.
I'm complaining a little because it's kind of distracting.
It's like a Japanese self-published manga where it's just like, I can't believe my chef is this attractive.
Listen, you.
Although I am also distracted by my own character.
Yes.
I don't know if you made them bustier or less busty than the image I sent you.
I tried to find what I could physically make work.
Yeah, that was kind of a mess, I know.
I'm gonna buy so many of these cards.
We have so many more in mind. So I've uploaded, I think, all of the cards that we have done so far. Let me hit publish on the last 3 of them. So
We're gonna have to talk
they're
about.
ready.
Sorry.
There will be more for the speakeasy. By the time the next speakeasy happens, there will be a bunch to go with that. There will also be ones relevant to the art streams as well. So there will be a bunch of different uses. We're working through it. It's all very new. Did I do? Yeah. I swear to God. Why am I like this?
Has the emote thing finished?
I do not believe so.
Also, if you feel like you have a good idea for a card, drop
Please
it in
do
the chat.
suggest, yeah.
Just suggest anything.
Oh my God, Lurid.
See, that is exactly the kind of title a doujinshi would have, though. Is
Yeah.
I can't believe my chef is this attractive. Yeah, no.
Twi, do we have the command for making it do the thing?
Oh, here we go.
There it is. All right.
Oh, no repel. No repel.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
All right, that's an automatic failure in repel.
Uh-oh. Also, Raka, how have you been? It's
Get
been
talked to.
like over a month since the last time we saw you.
It's all right. The lighthouse will just fall.
Alright, let me switch back to... Boop.
Okay, so we are going to do the survey roll first. To figure, like, we were going to do that one first regardless, so that we can know if it influences the rest of the rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe nobody wanted to fight monsters.
Nobody wanted to fight monsters. Then again, I did tell everybody not to worry about fighting monsters. We have 2 bad decisions to... Because we are bad with dice.
Apparently.
All
No,
right.
we rolled a 19. We rolled 2 19s. We're not bad at dice.
I'm bad with dice.
I'm saving my rolls for the opportune moments.
So, here are the 2 options in town. First option. And this is where we gotta play like with...
heck.
Are they gonna make it a 20?
Yep. Make 1 roll into a 20. Alright.
Alright, well,
These cards are saving the fucking game.
well, like, are we using
I was gonna
that?
say that the
Okay.
wealthy contributors of the stream are basically going to like every Deus Ex Machina that has to go, like the rest of the campaign.
It's like, I appreciate the funding the campaign. The game's gonna get kind of easy, I think, after a point. But we made the cards. I'm gonna make you guys roll fucking so many dice now. Anyway, so... Sorry. So yeah, Survey has told you everything that you need to know about these creatures. They are fucking weird. They're not of this world. Royce, when you get close to them, like when you get close to that body, the body that's still there,
Yeah.
your eyes start glowing. Like, we talked to you about the fact that your character's special. Like, you designed the engine. That's weird. Like, your eyes start glowing.
A little too much.
Yeah, your skin, the blueness of your skin feels tingly. Like, you guys can all see Royce kind of glowing. Like, something about him is, like, negatively affecting... Is like, maybe not negatively affecting, but reacting to this. And the only other time you've ever seen this was when you passed through a rift. And not in, like, when you were in the Seasonings world, which is the world you came from, or in this world, the between. When you were between, you were glowing.
Shiny.
And when you're near these things, you are also glowing.
I don't like that.
So, based on a 20, I'm just going to give you the information. You can tell that these are from the between. They're not from a world. They are from where all the worlds sit.
This comes from the space between the rifts.
Yes. And with the roll,
Well, that's not good.
and it's just like, that's why none of you have seen something like this before. Also, as a doctor, with a 20, I'm going to give Sauma, like, the blood that they are taking is getting, like, weirdly filtered. Like, they are taking the blood, and it seems like they put some of it into themselves, which makes themselves much larger. So the more blood they take, the more hits of any kind they do on anybody, like, as long as there's blood drawn, the bigger they get and the more terrifying they get. And more ability. They get more abilities the bigger they get.
You might say the more engorged they become.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So you said filtered. Does that mean it's going someplace else, or
Yes.
as well?
They are keeping some for themselves to power themselves up, but the rest of it goes into some weird sack that seems to go somewhere else. Like they're just transporting it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Blood bees. This
Blood.
is what we needed.
But is it edible?
Are
wanna
you-
have some of that forbidden blood?
Who is
honey?
tasting it?
I mean, Kawari wants to know. Because I'm pretty sure that little kobold definitely would.
Do they have supple skin?
But like they just
The
they're
skin?
nice to pet.
How do I describe the skin?
Thank you for buying packs.
Imagine if your skin between, like, you know how you got tons of layers of skin, but imagine, like, between, blisters.
No.
All of their skin feels like a normal human blister, like, but a big one.
Like that.
It's like you want to keep poking it and
Like
maybe
you w-
pop it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat into that fruit gusher of a body, okay?
I don't like that.
Yeah, like, exactly that. It's just like, ugh, these are weird blood gushers.
This does not spark joy.
We must get rid of it.
I'm really glad that these guys, like, really come off as gross, because, like, I was like, I want to make these gross.
I wonder if we can take it back into the ship for further study.
See,
Yeah,
that-
no, it's impressive because I love water bears. They're adorable, but you've made them disgusting. So congratulations.
I'm wearing water bear slippers right now. I need everybody to know that.
That's true.
But does anything happen to Snick Snack when Snick Snack eats one?
It tastes like otter blood, and mixed with a little bit of toad blood. It's just the blood from the people here. Yeah. It's just, if you've ever tasted otter blood or toad blood before, that's what it tastes like.
Well, I believe that's a
So Blood
good
Gusher
chance
was
for a rift
appropriate.
here.
I'm sad we don't have gusher emotes anymore.
Can we get some crew from the ship to take it back for both study and,
Samples.
I guess, consumption, if people are...
No.
Well, you only
No.
have the one skin and the one that got, like, its blood pounded out of it. So, you do have a completely bloodless version of it, so you can see all of its organs, but you don't have a fully intact one right now.
Well, let's go find one.
I mean, that could work out.
But yeah, that can go right to the lab, and we'll add it to the lab.
Awesome.
Right? And now we are making the defense rolls. And everybody that rolled the defense, like that put up the defense thing, tell me how you're defending this town. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you building walls? Are you protecting people? Like, how is it that you intend to achieve the goal that is protect this town?
Didn't no one defend the town though?
No one attacked back. But to be fair, maybe we didn't need that roll with Corzipa calling in an airstrike. Corzipa calling in an airstrike and maybe push them back. It's a good.
How does that take AP?
And then and it's just like, I get it. It's a new thing. Not everybody is like knows how to like put an emote down, and that's fine.
It's just us figuring out how do the
Oh, I was so close.
Was so close.
Oh God.
Hey, no, I'm gonna hold up. Would one of you like to make the roll instead of me?
Sure.
My rolls are consistently just as bad as yours, so.
I'll do
It's
it.
like I have constantly been failing rolls. So go ahead, please make your roll. Do you have your 3D die enabled?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
watch
better.
it. See, there we go. I didn't want to just keep tanking it. Like, because I should be making all the bad rolls against the players. The players should be making the good rolls against me. So we have a success. So it goes exactly as planned. So everything that anybody's typing in the chat to protect this town, that is being done.
So what are you doing?
What are we doing? There is a large community building. We got a manor right here. You can see it.
Is it this one?
I'm gonna click it. I clicked the fucking stream again.
Yeah.
It looks exactly the same. So that it's a large manor house. We also have the lighthouse, which is huge, but like really doesn't have a lot of space in it. By the way, if anybody has looked into the lighthouse, there are just mushrooms everywhere. And also a little, like, servant that's a mushroom just walking around.
Why?
Why not?
Because Crow Morbid wanted to be a mushroom person that joins the crew.
Mushroom Mancer?
I should have
How do you do?
messaged them to let them know to be here today, but I kind of forgot. Too many things.
The mushroom person, I also believe, doesn't talk. Maybe signs. Not 100% sure. Alright, so we are going to, our party is about to, like, we're venturing into the woods?
Into the woods we go.
Into
the woods.
Is everyone successfully triaged that was under attack in the town?
Oh yeah, I would say so. Like, with the 18, like, I imagine your character would be walking around, like, doing, like, medical advice and medical help. So I suspect, like, with the 18, it was successful. Like, nothing goes bad. Nothing goes great. Some people are not beyond help, but very, very close to the edge. Like, you see one woman that's just, like, she really, like, got one of her arms basically torn off.
Yikes.
Yeah. We can move the severe cases into the med bay for further treatment.
And Nicholas also is really helping. Like, he is clearly a doctor of his own, but he's just helping by attaching mushrooms to people, and all these people seem to be perfectly fine with it and know that it's actually going to help them.
Okay, takes all methods.
I mean, yeah, whatever works.
Gristly
Yeah,
Knuckles believes the cycle is all water bears all the way down. Sorry, go ahead.
Into the woods.
All right. So let me
Off
move.
we go.
I will move you guys to this one again, just for a short second.
Mm-hmm.
We are here. You can see the mist here, like right there. That is where they are saying that it's coming from, and with your survey check, that is definitely where you believe they are. Let me just... Here are your characters. You should be able to move them around. You can tell me which direction, like, how are we entering the woods? I was like, is it just a straight shot? It's like, are we being sneaky? Are we attacking anything that you see?
I'm not known for subtlety, so I'm just gonna go straight into the woods.
And very confident as usual.
I'm back up
Branches
my
are
Krumma
snapping.
bird. Yeah, no, if he's gone straight in.
I'm sticking with that.
Alright, somebody, literally anybody, roll me a 20-sided to see how this goes.
Okay, I'll do it.
Ooh.
That's
God.
fucking
Damn. All right.
So,
beautiful.
you know how I said I was saving my
Ah,
results?
You
Clearly.
did. You said it. You said it, and then you did it.
That is a perfect color.
I
Very
love the
nice.
fact that the blue is the same blue as
Yep.
his eyes.
Uh-huh.
I'm about that. Alright, so...
So how amazing are you at this?
Yeah, it's just like... Alright, we're gonna kind of montage this real quick. Just because it's a 20, and, like, you guys stomped anything that you showed up... Like, as you were sneaking through, like, you saw some water bears running from the explosion, like, some of the ticks. Oh, and, I'm sorry, I forgot. My mistake. Let's rewind back a little bit. We're not taking the 20 away from you or anything, and it will be fine. The townsfolk, while you're healing them, don't call these water bears. And they don't call them ticks. They keep saying the goblins from the woods, the red caps. Because the more engorged they get, their heads fill up first. So it looks like they're wearing huge water balloon-esque stocking caps of their blood, of other things' blood. So the names of these are the red caps.
Thanks. I hate it.
Anyway, so you do
Wow, amazing.
like you do run across some red caps, and you clearly destroy them. Everybody, tell me, how do you destroy them, and why is it cool? Each of you can take one out, or like add like, just tell me until you're done. But like, how cool does it look?
You ever pop a tick with a frying pan?
No, not very
That's-
well.
I can't say that I.
Nope.
Because that's exactly what Tobias is doing.
Oh, hold on, I've got. Does it just come charging at you and you just swing overhand?
Yep.
Just fucking just. Oh, that's very gross. But
Overhead swing, hit it in the right place, and it just pops.
and then just go blip.
Corzipa
it showed
mostly
up.
dealt with
Oh god, there's a fact.
Pop.
I hate it.
It's not really an ability I can do, but can I get a successful prayer off to my goddess and it just incinerates?
Yeah, sure. I won't even take like there's no AP for that. It's just like there's a 20 on the roll to get to this place. You guys are cleaning house, so you just. What does praying to your god look like?
There's a little bit of like ash that just flakes off him when he's muttering his prayer, and then a huge cloud of it shoots out and engulfs it in flame.
Okay, yeah, metal. All right, Krieg.
Corzipa mostly.
Oh, sorry, Corzipa, go ahead.
steps her way through, but every now and then she gets a crazed look and just uses her massive tail to beat the shit out of one.
Just like slapping it with the
Holy
tail.
shit.
Just like.
Yep. I hate that effect so much.
I like that it can be blood. Alright, Krieg, tell me how you and Squishy deal with your red cap, please.
Krieg is just kind of lying down on top of Squishy with his fishbone crossbow and aiming for the eyes, and it's just popping straight for it. Even though it doesn't have any, he can, for some reason, shoot between them, and it explodes, whereas Squishy just grabs it and rips it in half.
I'm very terrified of Squishy at this point. I did not realize. Did you know Squishy was 8 feet tall?
I was thinking they were going to be combined 8 feet.
What is this one?
3 plus 5, yeah.
Oh, I don't like this one.
So yeah,
you can see where we've been by the red trail that we leave behind.
Squishy just kind of grabbing them and then ripping them in half and then throwing them away.
Alright, so, alright. Joaquin, how does Joaquin elegantly deal with their red cap?
So it's like the red cap. We're like face to face, right? So I've got the fencing to gen out.
Oh, give me 1 quick second. I can do this. Oh, what the fuck?
What are we doing?
You can't do this. I
I
don't know
can't
what
do
he's
this.
doing.
I'm terrible.
Wait, you can't do the thing you're doing, but it's fine. So I've got the fencing to gen out, and like he's kind of just like laser. He's like thinking. He's seeing like the vital points, and just in like 3 to 4 good thrusts, and then it just sprays, pops like out, but somehow not in his direction, so no blood gets on him. It's wild. You don't know how he does it.
Very nice.
Wish I would have thought of this at the beginning of doing this. And I believe Royce, the roller of the 20, is the last one to tell me how they get rid of their red cap.
So Joaquin doesn't get any blood on them. Well, you see, Royce is like hitting it like a water balloon with a baseball bat. So it just explodes all over.
Are you using that wrench?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Water balloon and a wrench.
Douses Royce in just blood. But he takes out a little handkerchief and wipes the mustache clean.
Gotta keep the mustache clean. Just Tobias went first. Yeah, I think we went through everybody, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, everybody.
I think so.
Excellent. So you make it to where it seems like the mist is coming from. And you all should know from your time in the academy that mushrooms do grow around strong points of rifts.
It's like a fairy ring.
Like a fairy ring. Like, is the fairy ring summoning them? Is the fairy ring the world trying to protect itself from the rifts? It's up for a lot of debate. But this part right here, you can see some. I'm going to put you guys over here. I'm not going to make you hiding, but like, boop, you're over there. There is the biggest one you've seen yet.
Like, hopefully that fixes.
Like, I told you they have 6 arms, 6 limbs, 2 legs, 4 arms. Like, kind of looking like Goro up in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
But with
one.
way better CGI.
Way better CGI. And just way better art direction, if I have to say.
Amazing, yes, yeah.
Goro's supposed to be half dragon. He doesn't look like shit.
He looks like garbage.
It looks like claymation.
Anyway.
Claymation.
So
not the good kind like Kubo.
Kubo was... We'll talk about Kubo at some point. On like a normal stream. I'll get into it. I got problems with that movie. Hey, what are you doing, Terrence? Sorry. Cat's weird. Anyway.
No.
So this one is the only one that you've seen so far doing anything that could be construed as intelligence. It is like moving its hands over the water in such a way that this one might be a naturalist, but you don't have any naturalists in your party right now to tell me that he is a naturalist. Like, or an elementalist, at least. It is summoning up this mist. And, like, with fire and, like, wind, it's creating all of this steam. So this steam isn't natural mist. And it's wafting it around. And every once in a while, when the steam wafts over in this direction, like, you can see a shimmer of another world. Like a real quick you can see another world opening. So like, and stacking that 20 that you got for the science roll, like, they know where Rift is, and they are just using the mist to try to open it more and more.
So it doesn't have to be a solid body of water; it could be airborne too.
But it
Drawing
takes
up
more.
moisture.
That complicates things.
Sounds like it takes more effort to use the mist, though, so that's at least a plus.
You would need a sentient interaction of some sort.
Yeah, and like, it is not horizontal like a doorway exactly, but kind of like at a diagonal, but close enough to being horizontal that even if they poured a bunch of water or dug a hole and built like a pool in this spot, it's above ground. So they would have to build it up and then build a pool to open it.
Well, we clearly need to deal with this.
Yeah, it looks like a monster summoning more monsters.
Do we just attack said monster?
I am aiming with the pistol right now.
Again, this is the biggest one that you've seen thus far, and it has a couple extra tentacles on it. Like, it's super gross. I made an entire Pinterest board about how gross these guys are.
Oh man,
I assume
So
we're
gross.
out of range of the cannons.
So like, it has you might be within range of the cannons, but it is going to be a tricky shot. I'll tell you that. Like, this is, I put a thing in the chat. One more thing, like, its tentacles on its head have those kind of spikes all over it, and they all look like hypodermic needles. And
So
those,
Joaquin's going to sort of briefly suggest to Corzipa and Royce and any of the other fellow officers. How would you gentlemen, ladies, like a cheap shot?
sure. Cheap shot sounds great.
Yeah.
Shots of walls.
I'm thinking I would like to. Pardon me, I'm sorry. I would like to mesmerize this creature while maybe my comrades can get a really easy first shot on it.
oh, absolutely. What are you doing for the mesmerize? What does it see? Doesn't have eyes, but no, mesmerize can affect other senses, correct?
I think what I wrote was optical. I'd have to check the book.
I'll check it right now for you. Don't worry about it.
My bad.
No, you're fine. It's like, I know you are in a hotel at this moment, so I've got
Though
the book.
seeing that it's got
Spoilers.
all these crazy appendages, I would like to cast a shield upon myself.
With optical illusion, it does say optical.
It does say optical, so if this creature is blind, that's going to be moot.
Yeah, I didn't think about that one. I try not to like make enemies perfectly like trump cards on people.
It's fun. We just have to do it the hard way.
Bamboozle seems like it would still work.
Corzipa would like to cast Draw Her Sword.
Yeah, but also, like, so, I mean, I don't want to get into mechanics, but as far as the book was describing, it's more like it's more making somebody confused about what's going on. So it refers to a certain amount of, like, you're trying to distract a subject on a actual subject. Yeah, no, it's fair.
I mean, you could just step out and
you
you
do
should.
it the old-fashioned way and provide a genuine, like, hey, you big ugly thing, look over here.
It
could do one of those.
It works. Where are you standing, and where is the attack? Like, what is the plan here?
Well, we're hiding behind this bush. I don't know.
Tree.
It is a giant tree, but like these battle
Well,
maps, I'm back and
I'm
forth on it. It's fine.
My bad. Bird's eye view.
Yeah, I like the isometric so much better.
I'm gonna run out to the west here and sort of from across the thing, like sort of just wave at this thing and just be like, "Hey, you!" And that way, my fellow officers can get like a really solid flank on it. And I'm trusting they're gonna follow through with something devastating.
Okay, I'm actually gonna ask for one roll to incorporate this entire thing. There's the sneak, like the surprise and the sneak attack.
Do you want to roll, Joaquin, since it's your...
We're only gonna need one roll, I think. Because it's a solid plan. Like, and if your part goes well, I can't see how their part could possibly go wrong. 16?
Nice.
Like, yeah, that means it goes perfectly fine. No added benefits, but no negatives. So, it is fully distracted. It, like, looks up, and, like, when it stands at its full height, it is disgustingly large. Like, it's about giant size. I would say it's about 18 feet tall.
Okay, Joaquin's like shrinking and like for the moment, like kind of thinking like, oh, this was a terrible idea.
Then, hiding team. What's the attack on it? Does somebody like get in front of it on its hands and knees and push it over?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run up and whack it with a flaming wrench if I could.
Pincer attack? I have a pan.
Corzipa will do the pushing.
Couple people run in front of it and smack it. The other people just
Do the Final Fantasy IV back attack. Just, yeah,
It's like cow tipping, but with a really gross water bear.
I was gonna shoot it.
Alright. Well, all of those things happen. How many of you are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So, it had 10 HP, but everybody does default 2 HP damage with your weapons, and there's 5 of you hitting it.
Oh, perfect.
So it kills it, but we still have and it goes down in a heap. Like, it's swinging at you. You guys are dodging like left and right. You're like, making quick. Wait, did somebody call one?
What?
Somebody like pull up one of the cards?
Oh no!
Something breaks.
Oh shit!
Why
I
would
didn't
you
see it. My
do
bad.
that?
Something
There's
breaks.
there's a complication.
Hold on.
Oh.
Who pulled it?
Instead of flaming wrench sounds dangerous.
It was France used it.
France said a flaming wrench sounds dangerous and something breaks. Your wrench broke.
Oh no!
You go to swing, and the red cap turns and snatches your wrench out of your hand and snaps it in half.
Oh no.
That means it's missing 2 damage. It turns and like lunges its giant claw at the biggest threat, which is Corzipa. So here we go. I'm gonna make my.
Not again.
Dun dun dun! Thank you, France.
Ignore the giant
Inaugural
jellyfish,
damage
please.
roll.
Ooh.
Oh!
You roll this time.
Oh!
Oh!
Corzipa,
Devastating.
it rips right through your uniform, like just right through the chest and all the way up to your chin with its giant hand. It does a total of 6 damage to you.
Oh.
And it's just like dripping. Okay, so it's 19.
Okay.
It's a 19.
Oh wait, hold on.
Hold on, what are we going?
Okay, we have both of them at the same time, I think.
Make it a roll! So my roll was a 1.
Was that what that one was? Or was it
Yeah,
to pull it down?
Warlord made it a 1.
Which happens? Do they both?
Yeah, well, it got lowered to a nothing.
So, question.
It's still
That
broke.
kind of does. Never mind.
So what? Here's how it went down. You went in for a swing, with your wrench. There was the last hit. Like Corzipa shot it, like the frying pan cracked it across the kneecaps. Like Krieg and the Squishy and Krieg and Squishy and Sauma, like hammering, fucking just taking this shit out. And you go in, like it's on its knees. You go in with that wrench, like it grabs your thing, snaps it in half, and it goes for a huge attack on Corzipa. But at the last second, Corzipa steps back, completely missing it, leaving it wide open for any attack. Whoever wants to make the
I'm gonna
finisher.
shout at it.
What are we shouting?
You're just like, get fucked.
Alright, so who's doing the finishing blow? What finishes this thing off? Because it rolled a 1, it's completely open.
So Kole.
I think Royce wanted
Yeah,
to.
Oh.
thunderous word is what was used. Check on the.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. My mistake. I'm sorry, I had the wrong thing. Buff. You speak the power. Thunderous shockwave in the direction you are facing.
Mm-hmm.
You just obliterate this thing. It doesn't have bones. So you're just watching like it jiggle. Like it just shakes itself to death. Oh. Very nice.
That was for my wrench.
And I'm just gonna make a thing right now about the cards. If a card is played on a roll, another card cannot change that roll.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make that. If somebody paid to make a roll of 20,
Yeah.
nobody else can pay to make that roll of 1.
That is a fair thing.
And also, like, if somebody uses a 20 after somebody uses their like boost of like up or down, that's fine too. But somebody can make if somebody uses the card to make it a 20 and somebody uses the negative thing, I'm still gonna count that as a 19. A lot of rules we're working on here. Alright, it is done dead.
Can +1s or -1s stack?
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
that'll work, but the 20s are the ones that's kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
definitive.
it's all like a learning experience, and we'll all like get there.
Mm-hmm.
But that was crazy dramatic right there.
That was great. Friends,
Indeed.
thank you for playing that card. That was intense.
My
We're
wrench.
outside even.
I love a good complication in a
Right.
in a
And
story.
so
Is the rift still open?
the rift, you can still see it in the mist. The mist is starting to fade because there's not somebody making it. But like the amount of it, you can see that if there's ever a dense cloud of mist in this location in the future, there will be more rifts.
Can we try and close it?
Is there
Or is there not enough to close it, if that makes sense?
is there a rift in this central pool of water?
There does not appear to be a rift in a central pool of water that you can see. Somebody might have to go down in there.
I'm cradling my broken wrench right now. It's like a child's been robbed
Who
from
in
me.
the crew is aquatic based or
Um,
certified for underwater salvaging?
I can do that.
You want to like
Or I can have Squishy do
I
that.
feel like a Lamia would be good in water, but
That totally does point
I
out
mean-
that there is in fact an 8-foot jellyfish.
I mean,
Yeah.
Again, there's an 8-foot jellyfish.
Krieg's not
perfect.
adverse to swimming either, so
because the way we got off the ship, I didn't have you guys take supplies, but somebody is carrying the stitching equipment. It's a kit that fits in your backpack, kind of like a rolled up like leather workers set. It has everything that you would need. It has your locator, which is a little beetle on the end of a stick that tells you when you're close to a rift, and you guys are close to a rift. You
I have
have
a
some.
picture of it just being a beetle that's currently just screaming.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But it screams in bioluminescence.
So I'll go with Squishy to go in that pool, see if we can find it and close it.
Okay,
I will
and
hand him the stitching stuff from my bag because I have a bag.
excellent. And somebody else can have another kit. That's fine. There can be more than one kit if somebody wants to try to deal with the rift up here as well.
is it open long enough for us to stitch it?
You would have to make a roll. It's going to
I'll
be
give
a
that
different.
shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, if I could just get our dear friend Squishy to make a roll for the finding of a rift and the sealing of a rift underwater?
1D.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's my mist roll.
That's for the mist. And then that's for squishy.
Alright,
Oh.
so here are the two different options. One option, and these are gonna sound harsh to everybody, and I'm sorry. Option no, wait, no. Hold on.
Flippy, flippy, flippy.
1 second. That might be too harsh, is what I'm looking for. I like to be a fair and generous DM. Nope, it's two choices. The rift gets sealed either way. No, first choice, rift gets sealed, but at the last second, due to the jellyfish nature of Squishy, he's on the other side.
Oh no.
I know it's terrible.
Mm.
Second choice, Squishy did not find a rift down there at all. And we all have to play on like the honor system that we believe there was none under there. Like as players, as people, we know there's one down there. But as characters, your characters will all believe there's not one down there.
We resummon Candy.
Wait, what? You were saying you're like, that's too cruel. I can't do that. And then you presented this.
This
What was the too cruel option?
That was my too cruel option. I realized that the book actually told me that that is where I should have gone with it.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what rift these things actually came through to begin with. Like, clearly, the tick was trying to open the mist one, and that's where they were coming through.
My red.
We can kick this problem later into the season.
You definitely can. If you leave,
Yeah.
either one. Like, there is a chance we could get Squishy back.
Did you guys want to vote on it? Seth asked if there was a vote.
That sounds like that sounds like a vote.
I don't mind voting, yeah.
Chap.
Jellyfish to
decide
save
the fate.
Squishy.
That's it. Yeah.
I was just gonna use like a poll system rather than the emote thing because I could just like.
Oh yeah, Twitch polls are a thing.
If they are, if I could find it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you use one, and I don't engage on
I've used it
anybody
one
on
time.
Twitch besides you. So
I've seen it once.
Yeah, I've done it one.
Trash Panda King says it's just exclamation point poll.
Or /poll.
Twilight says it's slash poll. And she also says, fuck you, Trash Panda King.
That's true, I heard it.
Pole? Are we pole dancing now?
that sounds like something Twi would say.
Mm-hmm.
Little Nas X. Oh yeah.
I don't think she'd say it to our dear friend Trash Panda King.
Not out loud.
Ah,
Like in her heart, she's like, "Fuck all of you." I'm Twi.
Get sucked.
I'm typing it out. I'm sorry. My cat is ripping.
Meow.
he is.
Pay attention to me, meow.
Trash,
Yep.
don't get fucked, please. Trash, we love you.
No.
Okay. Sure. Okay. It's a minute. It starts now. I think.
Yep.
Okay. Took its moment.
The vote's coming out to lose Squishy. Like immediately.
Oh no.
Also, speaking of the Trash Panda King, that is who will repair the wrench aboard the ship. How it'll function after it's repaired, I could not say. But
Wrenchy.
Wait, so you can use 50 bits to vote again?
you could, yeah.
Apparently.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, this is so tense.
What if
I'm
it
eating
ends
celery.
in a tie?
Oh, a
This is-
draw. I
Oh,
could
no.
not handle a
Oh
draw.
no.
Coin flip. Just coin flip it. If it's
So, I'm so anxious. I don't like it.
No!
Bye, squishy.
Squishy!
Oh no.
I don't know why
We
sometimes
hardly
I
knew
listen to
ye.
this.
Squishy, no!
Oh, voted 3 times.
We need a salute.
This kind of loss is normally saved for like the season finale. Like, what the hell?
I have
this is
plans
Game
for
of
the
Thrones.
season
This is
finale.
episode 1.
I'm a generous DM. I
How
am.
could you just?
Side quest to rescue Squishy in the future.
There will be a what? Like if Squishy is lost, there will be a one-shot dedicated to saving Squishy. I promise you.
Yeah, let's even a non-stream one, and just we just get report back with Squishy, please.
2 devastating losses in one day.
We won, but at what cost?
Kept that shock factor in, losing on the first.
It's
Okay.
like in I don't. Is it not Baymax? It's
Yeah, Baymax.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
Big
both
Hero 6.
Big Hero 6, yeah.
Yeah, when you see Baymax, you
Iron
just kind of shoot him off and save
Saving
him.
Private Squishy.
Finding
Oh
Squishy.
no!
Alright. And again, I do not want to take any control away from a player. This was Toast's role. This is Toast's
was.
character. How do you feel?
He's like,
I have 1 tentacle left, and I'm just swimming up, holding it in until I get up above water,
No!
only to crest the water, kneel on the ground, and then scream, "No!"
Squishy!
Squishy!
Oh no, adorable little lizard with tears in his eyes!
You spent so long drawing that character. His artwork
Krieg's up
of
here
it.
just like both Krieg and Royce are up here just like, why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Oh no, I didn't see what it was. Oh no, it's gone. It's already gone.
A stranger arrives. Who are they?
Who was it?
I don't know.
So Septarius was the one who used it.
Okay.
A stranger arrives.
Did they say?
Help set up the Squishy rescue is what the message says.
Okay. Okay.
We still have another rift up here, right?
Yeah,
No,
you got a 20 on that. He'll
Yeah,
be
you-
fine.
You rolled
Yeah,
a 20 on
that got closed.
Like
who?
perfect cross stitch and everything. It looks so beautiful.
Okay, team. Who was thinking?
The stranger from where the rift, where Squishy's from, or is.
Well, a stranger might be saying that, might be putting it a bit far, but somebody arrives. Like,
Oh,
a
God,
stranger
is it
to...
Timothy.
Yeah, it's. Oh, well, this one is the add an NPC to the world card, not the get help card. My
Oh.
bad. I thought it was a get help card.
Okay. So I gotta add
So
an NPC.
I mean, so that's up to you. You add is it a speakeasy? I don't.
No, that's not a, exclusive.
No, this is an
No,
add
that's a-
NPC to the world. It does not.
So
it's not exclusively a
Sagittarius
speakeasy
added, what was the name of the person?
Septarius.
Septarius added an NPC to the world that is going to help get Squishy back.
What is it, Seb?
Do you have an idea for it?
Squishy's mom.
Squishy's mom. has got
Mike
a
Fuzz.
phone.
I don't know
gonna slap
why
you.
Mike is fuzzy. I can't tell you.
Wait, who's talking? Like,
It's
I think it
Nico's
sounds like
mom.
Alan.
No, I just said like that. We're good there. Yeah, Septarius. Do you have an NPC in mind? Because I have an NPC in mind that might work. It's like, we're coming for you, Squishy.
Just
And
like,
get
Didn't think that
you.
far.
We are getting you back.
You can, Septarius, hold
Yeah,
on to that
it-
one. If you want to hold on to it, then no, we can keep. They can keep the card, or they
Okay.
can we can either give it back, or they can just keep thinking on it.
He says that if you do, that is fine with him.
Okay. So just
Although Arako has a good idea.
Donaboken's always hilarious, but Donaboken's already in this game.
Sorry, Arako.
So, did anybody else look in the HTML Wanderpus thing that Pox just posted in the Discord, the workshop meta?
No.
I see the very last one.
The very last one. Now,
Yeah.
just before that rift gets sealed, that appears, comes falling out of the thing, and as you raise your weapons to attack, it raises its hand, stop. And this is the first time you've ever heard one of them talk. And it's just like, oh, and it peels back its weird face thing. Like, it peels back its mouth, and it's just like, it's wearing this thing's skin as
Camouflage or something?
camouflage. Like, in the world, it's just like, I'm not one of them. And what you see inside is a character that looks incredibly like Joaquin. Like, same kind of race, same kind of animal, same kind of little dog nose situation. Same build. And it's just like, whew, I've been trying to get out of there forever. Whew, you guys look like you were doing alright.
Who is Joaquin?
Joaquin is Ez's character. The,
It's like a
Twink, you can just say it.
twink. Okay.
I mean,
That's how you pronounce it. Got it.
Twinkle
And it's
Little
just like,
Star.
whew. Traveling those rifts, it's a fucking day. And it looks around and it's just like, so how can I help? And then smash cut, that's the ending.
dun dun dun.
But
In the
What?
session?
no, we're gonna end the session.
Oh my god.
But this gentleman passes out. Like, completely just unconscious.
He's wearing it like a suit.
Elliot does have a great question.
I want to know what happened back at the.
We're getting there, I
I have
think.
to get back there. So,
I guess I will pick up Mystery Man. Or
excellent.
Mystery Person, I suppose we should
I-
say.
I will have to come up with a backstory for this character. Give me some time.
Who is apparently myself, but a water bear.
It's maybe not exactly like you. Like, there's differences. Like, they have a different colored hair. Maybe they got a long ponytail. They're not dressed like you.
Just-
Siblings.
Your race, basically.
It's, yeah, your race, but not
Is
you.
it a water
like a
bear or a
twin.
water costume?
It was
The water
definitely
bear is a costume.
yes. They are wearing one of the water bears
Oh, okay, thank God. I was
as
like,
a costume.
the water bear
Monster
was
Hunter.
like masquerading as me, kind of. I was like, what?
No, sorry. To be clear, yes. Yeah. You.
So he was like the Jane Goodall of water bear. No, I'm joking.
I will pick him up and carry him back to
Excellent.
the town. Probably the sub.
Okay, so I gotta get rid of that. Yeah, I was just
Don't
about
worry.
to do it too.
Womp womp.
What a session.
So you return, and based on your roles, you all very successful protecting the town. The town looks great considering. Like, they've lost a very few amount of people. Like, in the time that you spent there, they got King Reedi in his inebriated state came out, has a mushroom now attached to his dongus.
Dingus.
Dingus.
Sorry?
Yes, the dongus.
Yeah, he's got a little mushroom cap on his mushroom cap.
I'm sorry?
Birds, you like mushrooms, so we put a mushroom on your mushroom.
You do treat syphilis with penicillin, though
Wait.
normally administered via giant injection to your rump. But you know what? It's
Wait,
however
can
you wanna
Corzipa see the dingus?
I mean, that's between.
That's up to you.
That's between
You were busy
two.
fighting a 20-foot tall.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, I'm gonna need puke again if so.
So you're gonna need a mushroom of your own.
So that happened.
No.
And he's ready to get back on the ship. He's ready to go home. He's just like, this has gotten weird. But Nicholas, in like respect, let me show you Nicholas one more time. Do I have? Okay, there we go.
The good doggo.
The good old good doggo.
Oh yes.
Nicholas, it's just thanks you all profusely for your help, and he goes up to Krieg and he's terribly sorry for your loss, and will offers any help that he can. He looks over the body. It like pulls it out of the water bear suit, and like does his like medicine around it, like puts some mushrooms on it, and he's like, they'll be out for a while, but hopefully they'll have answers for you. And hopefully I'll have answers for you too, because I don't fucking know.
Just kind
You
of
wanna keep him-
sniffles and
Because we have facilities that can monitor him until he wakes up.
And he walks, like, Nicholas walks up to someone and is just like, you are the good doctor here. Plant these. And he hands you, like, a flower box full of, like, mushrooms. And he's just like, keep these safe, watered, every 3 days or so. Little spritz, not too much. Like, and then they can heal any injury. They're just going to look kind of weird. Like, I'm sure that with your science, he points to your syringes and whatnot, that you can figure out how to, like, make it a more palatable way of taking these medicine. And now what he's giving you, and the whole crew, due to your success, is at the start of every mission, you guys are able to take out a healing potion that will be able to heal you for 2 HP. No matter, like, you'll just have it. And, like, you won't run out of them. Every single time you play a game, like, everybody can take one. So that is added. A mushroom farm has been added to the ship. And that won't cost you any AP. It's a way that you can heal without worrying. It's a way that people without healing jobs can heal.
Oh, that's mighty generous.
I will reply to Nicholas, thank you, friend. This is exactly the reason I started traveling, was to find new methods and new practices.
He's like, I have learned much from your crew in the time that you've been in the woods. I feel like I too have become a better doctor from this interaction. And then he like looks at King Reedi. He's just like, please don't bring him back. I have never been happier to be banished.
You know, we have to. We must.
No. Take him back. Take him home. That's what, like, don't bring him back
Oh
here.
no, you're not moving him here. Yeah, God's no.
Like, for a moment, he actually was confused about the conversation. He shouted, "Oh, please take him home!" And you just see King Reedi hitting on everyone.
He loves them otter dames.
Those otter dames just fucking get his jimmies.
Rustling.
We have a party he needs to get back to.
Excellent. And so, the whole town, very appreciative of everybody. Like, we'll remember, they will spread the good word of the Wanderpus crew. Like, you guys have raised the reputation of the Lockstitch Academy by a good amount. Like, I'm keeping track of that. And so now, we will sail back to Pastura, at which point we have to make that roll to see how the party went. Now, I know everybody was really talking up that party. And
Yeah, they were.
do we think... Alright, I'm going to say go ahead and somebody make me a roll. I don't mind who it is. Whoever wants to be the party ambassador. We'll have you make a roll, but it will never be... you cannot get anything less than a success.
Like, do it. I haven't rolled anything today.
Oh,
go
okay.
for it.
That is the worry with having so many people in one game. 7,
Oof.
don't worry about it, Kai. It's still a success. The party still went on. I was just trying to make sure, see if it was a 20 or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody role-played it very well. They set up a fucking DJ booth. It was fantastic. Like, that town had a
Can this
thrilling
very
time.
briefly just be Peanut on the ones and twos?
We got Peanut on the 1s and 2s. You guys don't get it. It's a hummus joke.
So can we get a summary of what happened with the party? Because I was
Oh yeah,
focusing on.
Of course, yeah. So the party went just like Twy was setting up lights and speakers all over the place. Like with her crystals, she was using them to like make sound.
Question.
They had set up a little DJ booth. Like they. What's
Elliot asks,
Oh.
were they able to convince Peanut to join us?
Oh, Elliot. I have to make this very clear. Elliot, Peanut loves his job. He loves his job.
Oh, there's a cat in my headphones. There's a cat tangled in my headphones. And I have claws in... Ow.
Technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
See, Peanut wants to leave.
Do we think Peanut...
That's
Okay. Fine. Somebody make me a roll. Again, this time I don't care what it is, but I'm taking whatever this is. Nobody play any cards on this one. I will not accept any cards or up or downs.
It's a 6.
That was not me that rolled.
That was me.
That was a 6. Peanut loves his job. Okay, I'll give you 2 hard choices though.
Okay.
It's a 6. This is for Elliot. This one's coming to you, Elliot.
Oh, on you.
You can convince Peanut that he did not love his job.
No.
And he will join the ship. But I will, fulfill the thing that I was going to do if Peanut ever actually got on your ship to sail. Peanut's a spy. Peanut's only trying to steal the Wanderpus's technology for themselves to make Pastura more powerful. He's doing it for King Reedi, of course. But he never got the chance to spy because you took him on and off the ship very quickly. But he will remain a spy, and we all have to pretend we don't know that. That's how we have to do. Or Peanut stays here and works as the ambassador.
But you may never see him again. No.
Away from his job that he loves.
You could do it, Elliot.
This is up to you, Elliot. How? That's just attack me! Spell my name wrong on purpose! I know she knows how to spell my name!
Yes, you did, says.
He's only a spy in the sense that he's trying to make his country better. He wants his country to... and Lockstitch is very stingy with their technology. You don't share it out with anyone. The thing was, the way that I was going to do it is if Peanut got on the ship and nobody specifically mentioned that they were talking to Peanut or keeping an eye on Peanut, he was going to be gathering information. That was what the real plan... that is how it is written in my, module thing. I was not expecting you all to do a parade. I was not expecting this party to happen.
A lot of things didn't expected. Unexpected words.
We're all very different.
We're riding the train, but we get off road. Yeah. It's all
That's very different on the other end. Krieg is very different after the loss, and then, not speak of
he
the
doesn't
rest.
talk to anybody. Now has a new scarf.
He looks haunted. Oh, I hate that.
And he's got to keep it with him always.
Yeah, but that's gonna rot in 20 seconds.
There's medical people on the ship. You can fix it.
I was gonna say we can fix that.
See? Science.
It's not even medical. We can fix that.
The doctor's gonna do that and be like, "Why are you keeping this? Come on, okay, let's talk."
But what does it taste like?
He's going to need to start talking to the ship's counselor, a lot.
Real.
The ship's counselor's a jellyfish!
Oh no!
God, yeah.
Oh no!
A different jellyfish, though?
It's a different jellyfish, but it is a jellyfish.
The same trauma.
Are you gonna need emotional support with you at every session?
Damn.
I'm here for you.
Elliot is deadlocked right now. I can tell. Oh God.
Helpful,
We about to have a spy. That's all I'm reading here.
Yeah.
Another spy.
Alright, Peanut joins the crew.
Hey.
You now have a snailsman, who is clearly up to no good, but nobody seems to believe it. And you have Peanut, a spy. And then we have Joaquin, who yesterday was warned by the Admiral that there were spies.
Spy.
And I wasn't lying to you when I said the Admiral did that. Like, she had good reports that there were spies. And now you have more spies. You are the worst.
Secure better step up their game.
Hey,
I see this as an absolute win.
Our job is to seal rifts.
This is actually
not keep secrets.
Here to sniff out spies. That's the real reality here.
But yeah, the port party was in fact banging. Like, everything's a success. Nobody knows that King Reedi was missing. Everybody assumes that Peanut's about to sign on with the crew as an ambassador for Pastura, which is totally happening. Everybody's happy. It's a huge goodbye. King Reedi gives, and this is the second part of just because of how great what you guys did here were, like the parade, the illusions, and like making the entire people happy, because that's what you said that 20 was about. That 20 made the entire town happy. This holiday will be celebrated annually forever. Like 500 years in the future, if this place still exists, they will forget the name Lockstitch, but this party will still be happening. Like every night. And the reward is King Reedi, like, you guys stay and have a longer party. They turned it into like a week-long affair. Like you
Making
all
a bender.
It's like you all just stay, like you saved everybody. You closed 2 major rifts. And like
Somebody's gonna throw a dwarf eventually here.
Yeah, totally. And they are under security. You are like Peanut is helping them install the very beautiful bakery kilns for your ovens. So every day you will also, on top of the mushrooms,
Yes.
be able to add fresh bread to your inventory. Now the fresh bread is just that. It's not magical in any way, but it is the most delicious
It is
bread.
damn delicious.
It's the most delicious bread that you've ever had. And if you can figure out a way of working that into when your game plan, that's great because you have it. You will
It's
always
Tobias's secret family recipe.
100%. Like, you now have these kilns that they don't make anywhere else. They can't make anywhere else. You now have a way of delivering this bread that cannot go anywhere else in the world. Anywhere else in the world.
More diplomacy.
It's time to make money.
I don't want to like reiterate what I said in the chat.
No, you should though.
But so basically, Peanut, who is now a spy, is part of my Joaquin's department.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A new ambassador, which I, Joaquin, see as a huge win for my team, and he's a fucking spy.
Yep. But because the way we made that roll, you cannot act on it without any proof.
I know. I'm thrilled about it. I am so chuffed. I am absolutely all about it. I'm like, this is a big win. We're the best.
It would.
I'm walking with my chest puffed out for at least a week over this shit.
And that is the end of our first episode, Shroom Shanties.
Yeah, woo!
Right.
I was gonna say this one.
Do we have a greenhouse or botanical
Oh,
section
definitely.
in our ship?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask the person in charge there to take care of the mushrooms rather than keep them in the mid bay.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you have a space for not just your you have a space for animals as well, because some of these one shots will be about collecting animals that do not belong in this world, and like collecting botanical life. None of this.
He destroyed, like, absolutely just decimated the bed.
Yeah, he destroyed
They
it.
tipped it over, like, ripped the blankets off of it. Now it's just a nest on the floor.
Oh my god.
Looking for spies.
So I knew at one point I'd end up flirting with someone. I just didn't expect it to be episode 1.
Okay,
I expected it to
but
be
when-
episode 1.
That's fair.
when the king
You're part
was
of the
introduced,
for the rest of this campaign.
Sorry, when the king
To be
was
fair,
introduced.
when the king was introduced, like half of the people that were present were all for
Yeah.
loving on the king.
And like he didn't originally have that personality. It wasn't until everybody like imposed that personality on him that it gave him the personality.
I hate all of you.
Oh no, so they're like that. Like, this is like the
Mostly
asexuals
toast.
had to flirt to keep up the king ruse. So that's like, so June and Corby basically just like, but like the flirting, you have no idea how to flirt, so it's all just really awful.
I
but like
also
everyone's
assume
too drunk
Peanut
to
is probably
notice.
asexual.
What's that?
I assume Peanut's probably asexual.
Is back people just
Look, during the
flirting
part-
awkwardly?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
During the party, were there any like new songs or ballads that were created? Since this is gonna be an thing.
I assume there must be like somebody's gotta like there's gonna have to be like a tale of like Squishy, the legendary Squishy that got lost in a well.
God, the tail squishing.
Tale of Squishy.
That was all
gotta be for sure.
It's just like
The
I felt-
cat broke my wrench.
he broke your wrench. I was like, I would like to point out to everybody that I said this game was going to be 3 hours, and I fucking nailed it. I am amazing at time management for a DM.
Pacing.
Wait till the next one.
Oh, I look very much forward to the next one. So we obviously, this had 6 people in it because I figured all of you would want to play, and I would have done 7 if Zez could have made it to it. But
Seriously, thank you for the biddies.
I was worried that nobody would really get to shine too much, and just like Kai didn't get to roll except for the end, and I felt kind of bad for that.
That's okay. I got to pop a water bear tick with a frying pan, so I'll take it.
You are in with the king.
And it's like I was trying to like find like little ways of making everyone feel like they contributed, and I feel like really bad when I have a big game like this.
That's just gross, Sneaka. No.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
No.
Oh God.
Yeah, syphilis can make you hallucinate
So.
and make you blind.
No.
At least
It's
in podcast.
so-
There are 3 stages. Be cautious. If you miss these sores, it will develop into a rash. Make sure you catch that and see a doctor.
Like
So
it was
you
Al
don't-
Capone, right?
But so the next game will be on the 12th of this month,
Monday
which
the
is
12th.
not tomorrow, but the Monday after that. That game is full up, and that one has a completely different group of people. It's going to be a little different than this one, but not too much different, honestly, based on the way that this one played out. Mostly, this was just talking, and that's how I want to role play. If everybody is fine with that, and if you have notes that you would, anything you liked or disliked about it, please let me know.
Yeah,
I'm always
please let us know.
open for criticism.
Anything you want to
I
see
only
more
have
of.
the one, but
Is it squishy? We're getting him back. Somebody added a character to the world. You know how much more work that is for me? It's a lot of work.
and that's why I'm okay with it.
I gotta
because
write an
you're
entire
suffering.
another one shot that I can make sure that you're part of.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say
I was
that
gonna
means-
say I'm gonna be part of that
must
regardless.
But so the game coming up on the 12th, little peek about it so that people can get a bit psyched about it. It is a trading one shot. It is not specifically about combat. This game actually has the most combat, even though I've been saying no combat a lot, because I wanted to introduce the red caps. And
Oh yeah, they were introduced.
Oh, that
briefly.
means they'll come back. I don't like that.
I'm
They
gonna
were
actually.
from the in-between world, so it makes sense they come back.
We have become a fine red mist.
some of them certainly.
I'm gonna answer Seth real quick. So
Oh,
it
shit.
says, hate to say I forgot, but I did. When is the next sign up? So the away game on the 12th is already full. So the next game that will be signed up for is the main game on the 25th. I am debating opening the signups for that during the stream of the away game next week.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. And then that is when we will do that.
Are there any session rewards?
Yes. 1 second, let me.
Type in. Tough choice. You get Squishy back, but Snicksack accidentally cooked him.
Oh, the session
God,
rewards
no.
for this specific game were everybody levels up. Everybody. Like, chat, everybody. If you were here, you get to pick one new ability.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh shit. Sauma, when you get back, you open your bag. Like the bag that you said that you had. No, that was Kai that said they had it. But I assume that you had a bag. Wherever you were storing your mushrooms, when you open that up, inside there's a little mushroom, bro, like just a person, just hops out and just kind of gives you like the head nod, and just like pinned through the chest is a thing that just says assistant, and they give you the thumbs up, but also they hand you a book. You now have a book called The Bitter Gift.
Oh. I start reading that as soon as I get free time.
Alright. So yeah. Alright, so if people that don't know, The Bitter Gift is the name of a legendary ability for the doctor class. And this is gonna be in Sauma's library or in the library when they are done with it. Any doctor is free to read it. It takes a long time, and I'm gonna make you make a roll to see if you understand it. But you will get the legendary ability Bitter Gift, which allows you to place sentience on a non-sentient creature. That, in combination with the kiln and the mushrooms, that is the over-encompassing gift and the rewards for this particular game. There will be other ones, probably the away games that give you more tangible things, but we will be adding things through the crew quarters and through the speakeasy where you can get magical items that will really help you flesh out your character. Because this game isn't going to be a huge game about picking up the next magical sword, and it's not about finding full plate mail.
Do we get AP back? Because I used a lot.
Yeah. Oh no, AP. Oh, you get 5 AP. I read the book wrong originally. I thought you never got any AP back. You get 5 AP at the end of the game, but that's only for the people on the call. Everybody else, if you used AP, it's gone for now, and we'll fill it back up. Only people playing the game receive the 5 AP fill up at the end.
That feels
But
fair.
it's only max at 10, right?
Yeah, max of 10.
That's standard for most campaigns, just so I know.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I've kind of been very conservative with AP usage.
Yeah,
and
I understand why you were conservative. I forgot to
Yeah.
mention it. I went to take a picture of the quest book last night when I was rereading it front to back, and saw that. I was like, oh fuck, I've had this misunderstood. But yes, you will get 5 AP at the end of any game that you are a part of as a main cast. The crew, you will get AP back when you roleplay very well, and keep an eye on the speakeasy for that. Keep an eye on the crew quarters.
There are
Impress
also,
me. Show me it.
Other interactive things coming that
Yes.
will help you. I know that there are already cards on the Streamloots thing that will let you gift AP back to someone, but we have a couple of other ideas in mind for ways you can do the thing. We're trying to make it so that there's options in a whole bunch of different ways for you to interact, so that it's not income reliant.
That card is a very specific feast-only card. Karai, Thunderclaw. So he has the card that feast. That will refill everybody's HP and AP to max. Whoever's in the speakeasy when he plays that card,
Everyone.
done. Everyone is full.
That's elixir.
It's a very risky. It's a very good card. Does it say that it takes AP, Zez? Because Like, if it says it, then you have to spend the AP. But anyway, let me just get my thanks out of the way. I am very thankful for everybody that showed up to this game. Everybody, all you in the cast of the game. You guys did great. I loved it. Absolutely blew me away.
Had a lot of fun.
It's just like,
Everybody was great.
Yeah, I thought you all were great. I thought, just fucking choice.
It was a good.
Could
it was a
not.
good romp. Thank you all so much for playing and honestly just wanting to play. Also, officers, thank you so much for funding this project. Because that helped us get all of these assets made and everything that we needed to do this.
Yeah, it's just
so
like,
thank you.
No, these came straight out of your broken fingers. Let's not make it.
I mean,
Just any other direction than that.
well, like the overlay stuff and the maps and the avatar emotes, all of that stuff came from that. Versus like me, I've just been doing the like character assets.
Well, speaking of emotes, which ones can be used like to affect the game, other than ones asked for?
All of the icon style ones, the ones that symbolize a thing, can be used in that way. So I think there's Robert. Can you just rough my
Action
cat
and
up, please?
officers twice as.
Yeah.
So what that is we used it for the voting so far, but
There is other stuff coming.
there's other stuff in the pipeline for like, if let's say one of the emotes gets used enough times and it hits a threshold, like in a single game, something very that on that emote's note happens. Like we got the Medusa one that we know means a monster.
I don't have an answer for you. I'm sorry. I don't have it. It's not here.
But yeah, please look forward to it. Like we got as much of it. Like we could not put this off any longer.
Yeah,
We've been putting it off.
Well, honestly, we've been sitting on a lot of it, just waiting for the avatar to get done, and it's still not done. So it's like, okay, we can't wait anymore. We'll just use the PNG for now. Hopefully, it'll be done this week. Hopefully.
So if someone like used the Medusa during that fight, another one would have showed up.
Very likely, or it got bigger, or something else came, or like it's all of those kind of things. It's just, and like if enough big guns come, maybe a big gun shows up. You know, it's that kind of stuff. I don't want to like spoil things for you guys.
We need more big guns for Chef Tobias. I mean, Chief Demolitions Officer Tobias.
I think it's.
No, I don't need guns.
Corzipa.
I need guns.
Give me gunpowder.
Oh my god, Pert.
But that all said, again, thank everyone that showed up. I thought you guys did great. I really did. Like, could not have hoped for a better. Like, I know 6 people is a lot of people on a single D&D game, and if you feel like you didn't get enough time to shine, I'm sorry. We'll make it better for you in the future. But I feel like you all did amazing. I really, honestly do. And I love the fact that the chat got into it, and through that party, I didn't see that. Like, I planned many different ways for you guys to get King Reedi out of there. Like, I had so many plans. I honestly thought somebody was going to start a bar brawl. I was like, somebody's going to start a fight, and everybody's going to look the other way, and they're going to get him on the boat. That is how it's going to go down. That is not how it went down. And I was like, that's awesome.
I was very close to punching King.
King Reedi is hilarious, and it's just really stupid. There are more NPCs coming up down the pipeline, obviously.
He's a good king.
He is actually a good king. He's just like, you gotta get over the, like, gross.
The perversion?
He's not rapey. I need to make sure everybody knows that King Reedi's not rapey. Yeah, he's...
Like, heavily flirtatious, but he's gonna wait for enthusiastic consent.
Enthusiastic consent is necessary. Like, he is not gonna pressure somebody.
I mean, maybe a little bit of flirty pressure, but like, definitely gonna make sure you're not coerced.
He thinks that people might be missing the signals. So, like, he's worried that people might not, like, understand that he's interested, so he has to make sure that you know. But, all that said, I have a little bit of a headache right now, and I need to take a nap because I'm tired.
This is very, very fair. Thank you all so very much. This was good and fun. So obviously, we're MIA until Friday. Although there is drawing class on Wednesday, we will have a figure drawing model for that day. Friday, I want to do a physical drawing stream, like a physical portrait stream, on Friday. We'll see if we get there, but that is the hope. Yeah, and then the next game is the away game on Monday the 12th.
Which is called, Trade Up, and is about bartering. So, keep that in mind, please. I look forward to playing that with people as well. I have to go.
Thank you all so much for the chat and everything. And playing with the cards, actually embracing the cards and using them to very dramatic effect, which was quite excellent.
So
Indeed.
chaos, people. So it.
Please do. Yeah, we like it. It's fun. It adds that extra random elements of things, which, especially when it's going a little too smoothly.
I was looking like it was gonna go so good.
And then
Looking
the Fire
forward to
Nation
more.
attack.
This cat, he's trying so hard.
I did roll A20, but got it snatched away from me.
It was only damage. That's fixable.
Hi, Bird. You're beautiful. Alright, then.
I'm looking forward to more. Thank you.
Alright, thank you all so fucking much. I will see you Friday. Good night, everyone.